You talk family. What go on? What go on? It's your boy D, and I got Larry Frank Jr. in the building, man. And y'all know how we start off every show. It ain't no us. Without you, baby. What's going on, Kane Nation? It's a Friday night. Oh, you showing them what it is? You showing them what it is, Frank? I ain't got too much to talk about, man, tonight with these sorry Lakers, but it's still my team regardless, man. Yeah, we look bad right now, Frank, man. So let me go ahead, man, and let me get the first. Let me get the first shout out of the night, man. Y'all know who it go to, man. The super producer him there, Mr. King Judge.
Production in the
I say King Judge, what it do, boy? What's going on, big dog? How you doing? And I want to give a special get well, man, to my auntie Lisa Brown that's in the hospital back at home in Florida. Get well, auntie, man. I love you. Get on at the hospital and come on home. Love you, man. Thank you, Frank, man. And let's get some happy birthdays out too, man. Happy birthday, man, to one of my good friends, classmates back at home in Florida, Orlando, Florida, Lucy Bowden. What it do? Hey, a big happy birthday, man, to Michael Weiss, man, former Miami Hurricane, our boy, man. Michael Weiss, happy birthday, brother. Shout out and happy birthday, man, to Taj McFarlane, man. That's my brother, man, from another mother. What's up, Taj? What's going on? Happy birthday to Ronald Bridges, the second, Greg Warren, and Stephen Hill. And I'm rocking tonight, man, my little nephew. Y'all know I support, man. You see my boy, man. That's my little nephew right there, man. Rashard Whitehead. Shout out to his daddy, man. Robert Whitehead, man. What's going on, Rob, man? Hey, tell Rashard, I said to tell Hugh Freeze, man, to holler at the bud. When he get tell you Freeze, I said, holler at me, man.
Hey, man, there's rules against that, man. You better watch that.
No, I told him to holler at me, man. Yeah, you know, all you gotta do is say what's up, man, Frank. But look here, man. We ready tonight, man. We ready, man. It's you talk, baby. Let's go.
It's you talk, baby. It's you talk, baby.
Larry Frank, it's a Friday night, and we got number 17 ranked. Ain't they 17? Pitt.
Yeah.
Coming into the building, man. 6-1 Pitt against our 3-4 Miami Hurricanes, man. Larry Frank, man, you know everybody want to know, man, what's going on? What are your thoughts? And what are you? But first of all, man, tell us how you doing, man. How was your week, Larry Frank? What's going on, big dog? How you doing?
Man, another week, another wild week going on. Sigmund, how you doing? Good evening, Sigmund. What's going on?
What's up, fellas? Chris Malone, what up?
What up, Chris Malone? What's happening? J.O., what's happening? Shouts out to the entire
Brother Jay Blaze
family. Brother Jay, what's up, brother
Jay? Liberty City, boy. What's going on? Benny Barrett, what it do? Jamal Davis, boy. Boy, we love our Utah family, boy. Boy, we love all y'all. What's going on, man?
Y'all. Love to see everybody in the chat, man. Love the fellowship.
That's what's up. Love
it. Man. Yeah, it's real simple, man. It's real simple. What's this team going to look like tomorrow, coming off of that victory last week? It's been a while since they've been able to go into another contest, a following contest.
But you know what? He don't even say what's up, man. You know, I'll tell you what, he hell, boy.
Hey, I'm about to tell him like Big Boy said at ATL, you know, when T.I. threw the money in his face. Man, that's so disrespectful.
That's so disrespectful. Oh, Big Boy. That's so damn disrespectful.
Oh,
it is.
Some money in my face. That's just disrespectful.
OHQ80. What's going on, man?
Yeah,
Mama Whitehead, man. What's good, boy? You see Rashard on my chest. Talk to us, big dog. Come on.
But before Cuban threw a shot at my Bulls, who's doing better than his Heat, getting back to what we were talking about, I just want to see how this team reacts. Now, we always look to see how they react after a loss or how they react coming out of a bye week, but I want to see how they react after a victory. Like I said, a meaningful victory at that, because that game last week, you know, NC State on paper was pretty much a pretty good win for them, you know, a ranked win, nationally ranked defense. They've got a lot of respect. They're towards the top over there on the other side in the Atlantic. They're battling Wake Forest for that top spot to get to the ACC championship game. So in smaller, I don't want to say it's definitely a signature victory because it's not like beating Clemson or beating Oklahoma or a top 5 or a top 10 ranked team, but on a smaller scale, it's a signature victory to an extent because it was a game that you were not expected to win at all. You were able to really just kind of represent and show out, especially with the young guys last week. And now turning into the Pitt game tomorrow, I'm really interested to see if how the transition goes from winning a game like that and the preparation going into this game right here, because this right here is the game that can actually turn the tide on the season. If you win this game tomorrow, you're 2-2 in the league, and as we said Monday night. Hello, what's up? What's happening? What's happening? He'll be in a little while. Just stand by.
No, he already in there. There you go.
Got the looking eyes and all of that.
He made the cut right.
yeah, old lurker. But
Damn, Josh.
Yeah. But what's up, Josh? How you doing, bro? But,
what up, Josh?
Yeah, if you look at everything like it is, man, that was a much needed win last week. It and a win tomorrow would put you at 2-2, and at 2-2, I mean, you would be ahead of North Carolina, who has, I think, 3. Yeah, they have 3 conference losses, so you just have to maintain your pace. You would have the tiebreaker over Pitt. You would have to have them lose another one, and Virginia has 2 losses. But like I said Monday night, Virginia will lose another game. They're not that good.
Oh yeah.
So if you can win this game tomorrow and go to 2-2 in league play, and you can hope Pitt would slip up somewhere, which I think can happen.
If they slip up, where you think the slip up gonna come from, though?
I have to look at the schedule. But in the ACC, as we've seen, anything, and not just this season, but over the years, anything can happen. I got to look at the schedule to see who they even play, because I mean, you just hitting November, so getting ready to hit November, because technically we're still October. And
hello, mother.
Hey, Miss English, how you doing, ma'am? How you doing?
What's going on?
It's just a matter of seeing how it all plays out. But it's the old adage, as we always said, that you can't worry about everybody else. You got to take care of your business.
Take care of your business.
Now, if you look at the landscape of it, you have us at 3-4, but we have a 3-4 record, but we don't have 3-4 talent. We touched on this Monday night. We have at least 5-2 talent, and actually should be 6-1 talent, if you really think about it. The only game we really just got dominated and destroyed was the first one. Every other game, we was what's up, D? What up, D? What's up, D? Every other game, we could have and should have won. And yes, the green and white, exactly, brother Jay. Every other game we could have. Don Snaps, what's up? What's happening? Every other game we could have and should have won. Coaching is the reason why we're 3-4. And decision making and personnel decisions and failure of adjustments. So, look, make no mistakes about it. We are 3-4, but talent-wise, we are not a 3-4 team. Talent-wise alone, we have an opportunity. We have a shot. But as I've been saying all season, I'm going to continue to echo these sentiments. I just have no faith in Manny in a game like this. And tomorrow, look at it. It's a road game, ranked opponent. You're coming off a victory. So what was the aura at practice? Right. Did you guys go hard in practice this week? It's going to be a cold weather game,
Troy, what up?
What's up, Troy? What's happening? It's going to be a cold weather game. So what was your aura in practice this week? Did you go hard in practice? Did you have a little bit more celebration time than what you should? Most coaches, I know for us, coming up, back in the day, after a big win, coach always told us, enjoy the next 24 hours, because after that 24 hours, now it's time to start looking to the next opponent. So that's what I'm looking at, man. I'm just trying to see the transition and the adjustments coming out of a victory in a meaningful game like we saw last week. One of the things that I am looking for is a unit I haven't been talking about after you. It's Syracuse. Yeah. So
where are they playing at? Is it in Pittsburgh? Is it Syracuse or OHQ?
Yeah, let us know the site of that game. Let us know the site of that game. But one thing I want to highlight as well, a unit we haven't been talking about because we've been overshadowed. That unit's been overshadowed by the offensive line, and on the defensive side, the secondary. I want to talk about the defensive line. Pickett will pick you. His last name says it all. He will pick you apart if you let him. So I think it's very important that they get a pass rush on him and get some pressure on him. Don't let him get settled. Don't let him get comfortable. Don't let him get settled.
Yep.
Don't let him find a rhythm. Out the gate, you got to win the battle in the trenches, and I wouldn't be mad if they dialed up some blitzes. So they're at Syracuse. Okay. So yeah. So that could rule in our favor. So Manning, not Miami. Break that down, Josh. Break that down. Manny, not Miami. So that's what they're gonna have to do. I'd like to see some pressure on Pickett. I mean, if you let Pickett get comfortable and get settled, it could be a long day.
Snaps just made a good point. Check this out.
I hope it doesn't rain. Absolutely. So
100%.
and then it's an early game as well. So I mean, you got a lot of factors there that kind of bode in their favor. That bode in Pitt's favor. That's kind of all of the advantages they have. So yeah, man, I'll be looking at that, from the defensive side. From the offensive side, I really want to see if the offensive line can continue improving. Like, I think last week may have been the best game they played as a unit this entire season. They still weren't perfect. They still had some issues, but they look like they're starting to come together. Now, it's sad it took half the season to start gelling, but nevertheless, they look like they're starting to put it together a little bit. So I want to see. I said if Miami loses, man, they're going to blame Churchman. He will have an excuse.
He's going to find an excuse. Yeah, he definitely going to do that job.
Yeah. He's going to be up there talking about, turbulence does that to everybody. Turbulence always does that. That's Manny. He's always going to come up with something. So, but yeah, I want to see continuation from the offensive line. I want to see solid line play. I want to see if they can open and create and sustain blocks. And at the same time, in conjunction with offensive line play, I don't want to necessarily put it all on TVD. TVD just naturally progress and do his thing. I want to see Knighton take advantage because Knighton has really been this close. I mean, he's been solid since he's gotten in there, but he's been this close to really having that breakout game, And I think if the line does his job and he's got some running lanes to go through, listen, you just open the hole. Once he gets through the lane, he's going to do the rest. He can shake, he can juke and move and all of that stuff. He's going to shake defenders and all of that. Let it happen.
Cuban. Only Cuban can.
Hey, Cuban. Let's go. I'm going to give you a history lesson, Cuban. 6 is more than 3. That's all I'm going to say.
And I can't say that, man.
I ain't coming at you on that because, like I say, 16, 17, whatever is more than all of them. So I'm gonna sit back.
But it's just amazing though, man. How Cuban and Jeffrey O'Neal don't want to talk no football no more, man. They just done skipped football season and went straight into basketball. What's going on there?
You know what? I'll tell you what's going on, D. I'll tell you what's going on. Let's take a little trip down memory lane. We all been here. You remember like maybe your middle school or maybe your freshman year of high school, you just kind of come into your own as a young man, and you got there's that one little female that you got your eyes on, you got your crush and all of that, you like her, and you with your boys hyping it up. Oh, I'm gonna ask her to the dance, so she's gonna be my girl, and you shy and scared and all of that, and your boys trying to pump you like, man, go do it, and you finally do it, right? And she shoots you down. We've all been there. Been there. And you remember how you just felt like a fool and just wanted to lay back and not even address it?
That's what we got going on right now.
That's what I think you got going on.
I got 2 of them guys suffering from that right now. Oh, okay. Okay.
Two of them been shut down.
2 of them.
Yeah. I remember a lot of the off season. It was a whole lot of dolphin talking with the fins up and all.
Fins up. Jordan Diaz won't even call in no more, boy. Ain't that something, man? He won't even call in no more, boy. Oh my God! Look at Jeffrey. Look at Jeffrey. He's still talking about Miami. We do too, though, Jeffrey. We're gonna get back to Miami, though, Jeffrey.
We do too. We know we gotta have a little fun while we do it. This is what we do on Utah.
Right. But let me ask you this though, man. Do you think that Rhett Lashlee will come out and be aggressive like he was in the first series against North Carolina State, do you think that he will stay aggressive, or do you think that he's going to get conservative if we happen to go up on Pitt? What's your thoughts on
Rhett
that?
Lashley will be conservative because Rhett Lashley has not given me a reason all season to think that if he comes out the way, look how long it took for him to actually come out aggressive. It took him half the season. So
Right.
he came out aggressive on that first series last week, and then everything was clicking on all cylinders, and all of a sudden dialed it back. Like I said, man, Rhett really has really tripped me out with how he does this. So to answer your question, I think he's going to be conservative. He may come out aggressive because he may have to. I think what happened was when they came out aggressive, I think it was all the aura of playing NC State. All the hype that NC State was getting. And I think you're going to see the same thing, all the hype that Pitt is getting. So it's kind of like that dog in a corner mentality. You corner him and he's going to come out barking. He's going to come out coming at you. And I think that's what happened. But then once they kind of saw on the other side how NC State was really having issues with the offense and really trying to get the offense going, he got comfortable. So I hate to say it, if he does come out aggressive, you're almost going to want Pitt to be aggressive to have a shootout so he can continue to be aggressive. But if Pitt falters on that first series, provided we get the first series and come out aggressive and we can make them go 3 and out, I think he goes conservative because I think that's just how he coaches right now.
And it's crazy, man, because you're on the road and you know that Pitt is going to be ready. I just think that he got to come out and he got to maintain that level of aggression like he did on the first series against North Carolina State, man. I mean, we don't have anything to lose. Come out, man, and play.
Right. And
right,
credit what Josh just said. I think that had a lot to do with it as well. And also to also kind of key into what Josh just said as well, to add on to that, TBD's attitude and his approach. So TBD is really, really, he realizes this is his opportunity. I think he's seizing the opportunity. Like we said, in the offseason a couple of months ago, any of these quarterbacks that were going to get an opportunity to play, it was under the assumption that King would still be playing. And if they would get in and got mop-up duty, we said that they were going to show you what they had because the future was now for them. There would be a battle next year, going into next year. But with King being injured and Garcia being injured, it's TBD time. And TBD knows that, Garcia's going to come back in the offseason. He's going to come challenging me for this spot. You got your Curry Brown coming in. You don't know what he's going to bring to the table because he's a dual threat. So what I think TBD is going to do, TBD is taking this opportunity right now to just show up and show out every week. And if he can have games like he did last week, the rest of the stretch, and put us in a position to win from the offensive side, it's going to go a long way into him winning the job long term. Let's see. Donnie says that's why I'm hoping for no rain. I think they'll be okay if it's cold, but how much are they going to want to push the pace if it's raining? Good point. Because once again, you just don't know with the approach from this team, And you know what? That's and the key into that as well to what he said. Another thing, most coaches, they will have situational football for the elements. They get prepped for that, Take care of Curry and the Warriors, KD and Brooklyn Nets.
Do it in the playoffs. I want to see who you can beat in the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. We done seen you beat regular season teams, man. QB King, your Heat, and Jeffrey O'Neal. Do it in the playoffs. I need to see you, man. I need to see you in the playoffs. Go ahead, Frank. I'm sorry.
Yeah. First round losers. Oh, my bad. I was thinking out loud.
No, it's okay.
But yeah. Most coaches have situational football where they have to prepare. Obviously they look at the weather report. They scout in the weather report, and they if it's a 50-50 chance of some sort of element, they have at least an approach to what happens if that element, those weather elements come into play. So that's a good point that was made earlier. That yes, if it rains, we have to see if that's going to alter just the way that they approach, the way that they execute. Because, listen, old school football, you love the rain, get all wet and sloppy and all of that stuff. Hey, man, get behind the line, tote the rock, and move, So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Well, who's going to be big as well, man? I think earlier you talked about Pickett. That's my guy I got on my fantasy team too, man. So that's who killed Coach Hayes. Shout out to Coach Hayes, man. What's going on, Coach Kyle Hayes?
Oh, little Timmy.
Polar Timmy. Shout out to Coach Hayes. I've been dead last though, man, in the tournament, but I did beat Coach Hayes, so I shut him up, man.
You
But I've
beat the
been dead
creator of the
last.
league. You beat the creator of the league.
I
Listen,
got
tomorrow's
that
a big
W.
game for me. Tomorrow's a
I know,
big game
You
for
got a
me
big one tomorrow.
because
Yeah.
I've already knocked out one guy. Like I said, I had 2 fluke losses, and I already knocked out one guy. It was a 3-way tie for second, so I knocked out one last week, and we got like 3 weeks left after. No, 2 weeks left after tomorrow. So tomorrow's the matchup with the other guy that's because whoever's at the top is 7-1, and it's me and this guy that's playing each other tomorrow. That's 6-2. Top 2 seeds get a bye, so I got to get that.
I ain't even making the playoffs, so I ain't even worried about it. I'm looking forward to next year, man. I done gave my money away. But hey, shout out to Latrella. What's up, Latrella? What's going on? TVD comes out with a confidence that we haven't had in a while. I think he's getting better.
Absolutely.
I think he's getting better too.
Absolutely.
I think he's getting better too. I mean, week by week, I think that we see the confidence growing, Larry Frank.
To harp on that point real quick before not to cut you off. But
no, go ahead.
When was the last time you seen a quarterback have confidence? As Sheila just alluded to, when was the last time we even seen a quarterback have confidence and play with confidence?
And when you say play with confidence, you're saying like taking chances with the ball and not being scared to push the ball down the field and everything. Cause
threading through tight windows, just not holding back, not twice.
We haven't. Right.
We haven't had that in a long time. So with TVD,
it's been a long time.
He's literally putting the offense on his back and he's navigating it and he's just making the necessary throws,
Jeffrey, we talking football, man. We ain't talking. We talked that at the end, man. You and Cuban Kane, man. Let's talk football, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We ain't talking about that right now. Shout out to Josh Ayers, man. Go ahead and read that with them, man. L. Frank.
If the field is sloppy, how much of an impact will that be with Miami and their tackling and horrible angles they take? That's why I'm thinking Pitt crushes Miami. You know what? I haven't really given much thought into what I think the score will be, but he does have a point because from a defensive side, they can't tackle on dry ground, on dry turf and grass and all of that stuff. In dry conditions, they can't tackle. They catching bad angles. Ain't nothing gonna be worse than when you're taking a bad angle and you're trying to high point arm tackle and you're slipping and sliding. And not only are you missing, you're falling down and you're just gonna get up off the ground and you're gonna turn and watch them run behind you. So that's a great point. That's a great point. Miami will win by 10 or 14.
10 or 14.
We hope. That'll be nice.
I mean, I think I'm with Josh. And who else said about the rain? Was that
Don Snaps, I want to say.
Don Snaps, yeah. I just think it depends, Cuban, man. It depends on the weather. And I think it depends on Red Lashley, man. How Red Lashley calls this game. But I tell you, the pressure is going to be on the secondary too, man, because again, Pickett throws the ball around the field, so they better be ready to play. Sigma, man, thank you for the donation like always, brother. We appreciate it.
I
didn't get to see it.
I did.
You guys see Ed Reed interview. I didn't see it.
I did. So first of all, the funny part about that interview, the funniest part, when they asked Ed Reed, he just had like this look on his face. He's just getting set up. And the guy asked him, he said, I don't know the question exactly. I'm going to just paraphrase it. But he said, after a big, important win, a big signature win against NC State, when he said that, Ed Reed was like, as if to say, like, big win. Like, you consider this a big win? So I laughed so hard because I think Ed Reed was really throwing shade subliminally that y'all done dumbed down the program. People got to remember, you're talking to a guy that.
Oh, mother, thank you for the donation.
Much appreciation.
JD, what's up, bro? Jamal Davis, my brother in the building. Sorry about that.
What's up, Jamal? Oh, you all good, all good. People got to remember, Ed Reed was a part of the greatest team of all time. And in his era, a game like that would have never been considered a signature win. So when the reporter asked him that, and he just kind of gave that look like, are you serious? That's like literally that's how to look. Like after the show, if you get a chance, when you get some free time, look it up. It's all over. It's all over. You'll see it. So then Ed Reed just kind of gave a synopsis of all of the stuff that's going on. Like Ed Reed was throwing shade. Like he was literally basically
Good.
calling Manny out without
Good.
physically calling him out. He was
Right.
talking about players have to execute, coaches have to humble themselves. Well, he didn't say coaches. He said people have to humble themselves. Coach Dog,
Coach
what's up,
Dog
man?
305. What up, boy? What's going on?
He
Coach Dog in the
basically,
building.
Coach Dog, what's going on? He basically had a laundry list of things that had to improve. Like basically everything we talk about on a weekly basis that we
He was
put,
talking.
he listed it. He literally said it.
Good.
And you know, Manny's ears had to be burning because when he said people have to humble themselves, he talking about Manny. He
Yeah,
is
good.
talking about Manny. So
Good.
yeah, that interview Ed Reed gave was beautiful. And like I said, the more exactly, brother Jay,
Right, Blaze. Yeah,
the
Blaze.
more that this topic is put out, like you saw it on Game Day with ESPN. And now you seeing high profile guys, not
Right.
just on Twitter and on social media, but now it's with the media actually talking about it. I mean, I'm on the fence with that. I'm on the fence with that.
Come on, D.
I'm on the fence with that because at the end of the day, I'm gonna tell you why I'm on the fence with that. Is it a big win because of NC State being what they were, one
Right.
loss team at the time and ranked? Would it have been a big win if Miami would have been ranked? Because at that time, let's be honest, if you lose to Alabama and everything goes your way as it could have and should have, you'd be 6-1 and most likely a top 10 team. Would it be a big win then if you were 6-1 and a top 10 team if you hadn't lost all those games?
Talk to us, D.
I don't think so. That's just me. Yeah, tell
Talk
me,
to us,
D, if
D.
you see it differently. Tell me.
I don't think so.
I don't see that it would have been a big win because, like I said earlier, you got a 3-4 record, but you got at least a 5-2 team. You got a team that should be leading the Coastal right now. This game tomorrow should be for the top spot in the Coastal.
Man.
But you can blame Manny for that.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, the email address is up there. I got some of you guys' emails. I told you whoever comes the closest and pick the score of the game, man, I'm gonna be giving out a Utah hoodie, so you guys can email me there. I got Trell. I seen Josh Stokes, Jay Stokes. I seen all of you guys' emails. So we're gonna see tomorrow, man. Y'all got right now, man, to go ahead and email me, man, what y'all score prediction gonna be. Leave your shirt size, and I'll announce the winner, man, on Monday when we come back and do the show on Monday, and I get those sent out, man. So there's the email, man. Email your score predictions on what you think the score gonna be, and I'm gonna send you a Utah hoodie out. Go ahead, man, Larry Frank.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, just to wrap it up, I mean, hold on, let's see. Kirk Herbstreit and Colin Cowherd call out Miami. The nation wants Miami to be good so bad, but the administration don't get it. You have to fire Blake before Manny. Agreed.
Yep.
Agreed.
They go D right there. They go D.
It was an ACC game versus a top 20 team.
But D, I'm just saying a top 20 team. Do you think that North Carolina State is a good top 20 team? I just think that teams are being moved up because football is just so bad this year, Larry Frank. And I just think that a lot of the guys that's ranked, I don't really think the teams are like Penn State, Ohio State. I don't think these teams are that good, Larry Frank. I just think that college football is so bad. You got to put somebody in these spots. That's just my opinion.
At the question I'm gonna ask, and I'm gonna ask it to D, that ranking that they had last week of number 18, were they truly the 18th best team in the country? That's a question you have to ask yourself because they weren't. In my opinion, they weren't. They had a very solid defense, but at the end of the day, I thought it was a night. I cannot keep straight on my points.
Not deny it.
Oh Lord. I'm sorry. I wasn't ready for that.
Josh, stupid. Go ahead, man. It's on you.
I'm trying to bring it back.
Latrella.
Trying to answer this, man, please.
Will you please? We got a phone call, bro.
Let's go.
Hold on, man. I can't even get it. This you talk. Call the station name when you call it.
Jamal Davis, Avon Park, Florida.
What's up, Jamal? How you doing,
man?
bro? What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's going on?
Ain't nothing, man. What's up,
going
bro?
on, fellas?
Man, ain't
We just
nothing much,
laughing at
man.
crazy Josh, man. We
Yeah, bro. Only on you talk, you gonna have love connection, Jamal. What's up, bro?
Go ahead.
Yeah, think about this. For them to be saying that's a signature win, just think about how terrible they got to be playing to call that a signature win. Right now, with the talent Miami got, they should be leading the division with Clemson down.
Yes.
Hands down. They should be leading the division with Clemson down. I don't care. Like, you get some people, they sit there and they, oh man, it's this, is that, because I mean, they sissified football to me. Football is getting weaker and weaker.
Speak on it.
I mean, you got the demand to win. That's just like Florida coach said. He say with those losses he have, he might not be there. You see what I'm saying? Because people expect to win when you have talent.
Mm-hmm.
You got to win. I mean, we've been saying this been a whole what, 20 years? It's been what, 20 years? We've been saying the same thing about Miami football.
20 years.
Yeah, Eric Reed took a shot at him because he know it ain't gonna get no better.
Right.
I love it.
It ain't getting no better. It ain't gonna get no better.
True.
And then on top of that, they almost came back and won the game.
Latrella, thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate it, sisters. We love you. Thank you, Latrella.
You have no business getting off talking about easing up, getting off the gas. Man, if I can bust 100 points, I'm gonna bust 100 points.
You're supposed to step on their throat.
Thank you.
You're supposed to put your foot in their neck, right?
You got it, Jamal.
I mean, I don't understand. I don't understand what they turning football into now, man. But like D was saying, man, it's like NC State. Yeah, they ranked number 18 because they got to put somebody there. They're one loss team. Yeah. They got to put somebody there. But they ain't better than a 3-loss team out there. A team that got 3 losses out there.
They're not better than an unranked Texas A&M who's got 3 losses.
SEC team, exactly.
SEC team, right?
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. I mean, I bet Vanderbilt will probably battle them.
You say Vanderbilt, huh?
The Commodores.
Yeah, Vanderbilt probably would have beat them. Yeah. Tennessee.
And I just think that the game was close.
Like,
the game shouldn't have been close. I just thought that it should have been a convincing win versus a 1-point win. That's just my thing.
But one thing I will say that they doing now, they playing those younger guys, and they see that them younger guys hungry. The younger guys hungry, and the younger guys making plays.
Most definitely.
Something we've been screaming for.
Right.
Can I, let me real quick, not to cut you off, Jamal, but let me since Devin had made that point about they got to put people in. I'm gonna ring off. I'm not gonna go to the top 10 or the top 15. I'm gonna go 21 through 25. Now let me tell you who's ranked. All right, 21, San Diego State, 7-0. Are they really the 21st best team in the country? Absolutely not. 22, Iowa State. They weren't ranked last week, but they're 5-2. Now they come out of a Power 5 conference, so you're gonna put them in there. 23, Texas San Antonio at 8-0. Is Texas San Antonio the 23rd best team in the country? Absolutely not.
Come on, D.
24, Coastal Carolina, 6-1. Now I like Chadwell, he's doing a good thing, but they're not the 24th best team in the country. And rounding it out at 25, BYU at 6-2. They're not the 25th best team in the country. Any one of those teams, those bottom 5, and you put them, I'm gonna go with the undefeated. Okay, I'm gonna go with look at SMU, they're 19th, they're 7-0. San Diego State, 21st, 7-0. Texas San Antonio. I'll take those 3 undefeated teams. Now let's look at the top 10. Put any one of those teams against, I'm not going to name Georgia and Bama because those are obvious. Put them against Cincinnati, they get smashed. Put them against Michigan State, who's number 8, they get smashed. Hey, I'll come down a little bit lower. Put them against Wake Forest, 13th, they get smashed. Put them against Kentucky, they get smashed. And I was wrong. Texas A&M is ranked. They're 14th with 2 losses, so that's my bad. I was wrong on that. So kind of to piggyback off of what Devin said and reinforce what you said, Jamal, yeah, you just got people in there because you got to put people in there. This top 25 tells it all.
Yeah, I go further than that. I mean, unranked Florida beat them 3 teams you just said.
Yep.
You got anything else, Jamal?
I mean, no, man, y'all guys keep doing what you're doing, man. At the little football game, it was halftime. I decided to call y'all.
All right, man.
Oh, man, appreciate it.
All right, y'all take care, man.
All right,
bro. I'll talk to you in a minute. All righty. Later.
Yep. All right.
It's you talk, baby. It's you talk, baby.
Check out Don Snaps, man. He got a question. Don Snaps said, who got a better defense, Pitt or North Carolina State? It's a good question.
I think it's NC State.
But I'm still going to say Pitt.
You think Pitt? Because I'm going to go ahead on and pull up everything they did. Because I had looked at them a couple of days ago just to kind of familiarize with what they've been doing. I know everybody points to the 2 overtime victory over Clemson, but once again, Clemson is not the Clemson that we're all used to. So,
call, big dog.
Okay, go ahead. I'm going to look this stuff up. Go ahead.
Okay. It's you talk. Caller, state your name and where you're calling from.
I'm only going to be here 5 minutes, okay? Just give me 5 minutes.
You already know who that is. Utah family, it's our brother. The man here. Let me drop a bomb for him, man, Larry. Let me drop a bomb for him, man.
Drop.
It's the man, man. It's Mr. Miami Dolphin himself.
Hey,
It's the best Chicago Bulls fan in the world.
I want to start from the left to the right. We're gonna
Utah family, welcome to the game in the building.
Don't try to be nice to me, Devin.
I ain't got to. Go ahead, Cupid. It's yours. Go ahead.
Talk about those Ben-Gay Lakers, them sorry-ass Lakers, losing to the damn Thunder. I'm going to get to football. I just got to get on both of y'all right quick. You talking all this trash. Laker this, Laker that. LeBron can't even play basketball. Sorry-ass Lakers. Now, on to the guy on the right side. I'm sorry, I can't see the guy on the right side because he has some bad words down. I can't see that guy. I can't really hear him that well. All I know, I was watching the game last night, and some team from New York went into Chicago and blew them out, and now he's all, where's that guy at talking about the Bulls?
Wait, we lost by 1 point.
Different title. I don't know what you're talking about. The guy on the right talking about, we're undefeated. Where all that big talk at?
It's an 82-game season.
He don't know that. I keep saying the same thing.
Even the greatest team in history went 72.
Look at old Jeff O'Neal. Look at his sidekick. Larry Frank. Look at his sidekick talking this. Go ahead, Cuban.
Larry Frank, you jumped on this, and I'm gonna get on you, Larry Frank. Every single game I'm watching. Every Chicago Bull blank game, right? Because they're not even gonna make the playoffs. I'm not even worried about those sorry Bulls. Don't get on my feet talking about when was the last time we won a championship. The last time the Bulls won a championship, TV was black and white. So I don't want to hear that.
No.
Larry Frank, you better get him off you. You better get him on you, Larry Frank.
Last time the Bulls won a championship.
Crossovers back in the day.
Last time the Bulls won a championship. Last time the Bulls won a championship was the year my son was born, and he'll be 23 in 2 weeks. So at the end of the day, hey, I have no doubt about it. I will call it. They have done nothing since 23 retired. But I will say this right here in front of everybody. Since you feel the Bulls won't make the playoffs, as you just said, I'm more than willing to put my Cash App out there, and we can do a friendly little minor wager. Put your money where your mouth is.
Don't get scared now, Cuban King. Don't get scared now.
No. I want to make. No, this is the bet that I want to make.
Okay.
If the Bulls play the Heat in the playoffs, if you guys even make the playoffs, you're confident to make the playoffs, right?
Oh yeah, we making the playoffs. We're gonna be a top 4 seed.
You know, yeah, the Heat will beat the Bulls in 3, pretty much. You know, we're gonna beat the Bulls in 3. I know the 4-game series, but we're gonna beat y'all boys in 3 games. You know, so we'll make that bet when it comes up. So don't you worry about that, Mr. Light, Frank.
Did you guys reach into a time machine and go get Shaq and D Wade and them from
2006
and
LeBron James,
and
his
then
favorite
put
player,
up with
LeBron James,
and all of that, and Bosh and them?
Yeah,
Did
his
you kind
favorite
of
player,
reach
LeBron
and bring
James.
them all back? You know, is this
this the same guy that's talking about the Bulls that haven't made the playoffs since his son was born? That's right.
okay. That's all right. And then, no, we made the playoffs. Stop that. We made it 2016. Stop that.
He betting on Jimmy Buckets and bam. Those are his guys. Jimmy Buckets and bam. But you know what, Cuban Kane, man, we got plenty of time to talk about this. What do you think about the game tomorrow, Cuban Kane? What you think about it?
I think they're gonna win. I think this team is motivated. Like I said on the chat, I'm not calling him Manny Diaz anymore. I call him Mistake Diaz because by mistake. By mistake, he's gonna win. You know, these games. You know, it's not because of his coaching brilliance or anything like that. So I think, like I said last week, this team has 2 leaders on the offense and defense, James Williams and Tyler Van Dyke. These boys are gonna ball out. I'm not even worried about it because of these 2 players, and it's not because of what Manny, any coaching Manny has done. But what I was gonna say is, you will know if this program is for real on who they decide to fire first. If you fire Manny first, this program has some problems. You have to fire Blake James first, because this is I know we don't like Manning. He should be fired, but he should have never been hired. And the hiring policies in Miami are just all jacked up, right? It's like you can't let Blake James. Like if Blake James fires Manning, I'm gonna be like, damn, that wasn't the right fire, because like I can't trust anything Blake James does, So it's like if he fires Manning, it's like, that's kind of questionable. Manning should have stayed, because anything that Blake James does is that we need to do the complete opposite, So until I know everybody wants Manning gone, but we need to get Blake out of there. He cannot be in control of the firing or hiring of any coaches.
So what's your thought on that? Do you think that they're gonna pull the trigger on Blake though? Really? What you think?
I don't know, man. This I don't know this organization. This program is jacked up, and us as fans, we might have to adjust our thoughts and feelings about the Kings that we grew up with, because I know. With this administration, I don't know if we would ever be able to get there.
You're right.
Unfortunately, fellas.
No, you're right. No, those are good points. Those are good points.
It's like we want Mario, we want Lane, we want Urban, whatever. But it's just like, if you have an administration that's trying to give $2 to the athletic department, it ain't gonna happen, fellas.
Right.
So that's my thoughts. So yeah. Oh, by the way, if you guys have ESPN on right now, there's a basketball game. They're showing the basketball game right now. They're showing the best team in the NBA, and they're winning by a lot of points. I just want to make sure you guys are watching that game just to see how real professional sports is played like.
Man, the Bulls are off tonight. What you talking about?
And the Heat always does this in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs,
that's fine. Just turn to ESPN, just watch it. Just watch it. But
kind of like the Dolphins when they look good in practice.
I don't know what you're talking about. Fake news. I don't know what you're talking about. Fake news.
Yeah, fake news.
Fake news. Always bringing up negative stuff. Why you gotta bring negative stuff?
Hey, 1 in 5 ain't negative. It's real. It's facts.
Look at that. Yeah. You get quiet. Now look at
that. That's why your coach going to coach on USC next year. Don't worry about it, Larry Frank. We want to.
You heard what he said. He said never.
Yeah, he got real hot.
Nah. The next USC coach just beat Miami a few weeks ago across the water.
Who?
The stripper man, Urban. That's who.
Oh Lord.
He gonna pull a Saban. He gonna flop in the NFL, and he going to a ready-made program, and that's gonna be
Kansas
USC.
City Cartel. What up, boy? What's up, Kane City?
No, I think
You're right. You're right.
I think-
Check it out, Cuban.
I
He
think-
agreeing with you,
I think it's gonna
Cuban.
be
Kane
memorable.
City. Kane City, we finally
What he
barking
said.
up the right tree. Hashtag fire Blake ASAP. Real talk.
Yeah,
Fights.
yeah.
They
Yeah.
should.
Good point,
Yeah,
Kane
you gotta
City
let them go
Cartel.
first.
Definitely.
Blake is the problem. Ain't no doubt
That's
about it.
Yeah, Blake is the problem.
Hey, yo, Aunt Rent, what up?
But that's it. So that's all I got. You know, Larry Frank, just
Yes, sir.
the whole year, I'm gonna stay on your neck. Better hope the Bulls go undefeated because every time they lose, I'm gonna get on you.
Holla at
Every
me.
single time. I mean,
Holla
they're
at
gonna lose the
me.
rest. They're gonna lose
And
the rest
yo,
of the
Heat
season.
too.
Every single.
Hey, but guess what?
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Cuban. Holla at me.
Yep.
Just make sure when you holla at me, I need you to have a better record so I can hear you. Because if you ain't got a better record than me when you holler, I ain't gonna really hear what you're saying. It's kind of hard to hear y'all at the bottom.
We got a better record right now. Don't worry about it. After tonight, we'll have a better record, so it's okay.
Really?
Him and Jeffrey O'Neal.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
And Devin, Devin, you're pretty quiet because usually, like, you know, you test out about the sorry ass Raiders, the Raiders, and the old guy.
My record still
quiet over there.
hey, my record with my Raiders in the NFL still better than yours, and it's an 82-game season, like I've told you before, sir. I'm starting off slow, but I'm gonna be in the playoffs. We're gonna be there. Don't worry about us. You just handle your business. You just make sure. I told you, it's Brooklyn, it's Giannis, and it's Joel. That's the only thing I see. Let's stop.
And Miami.
Stop.
And
I'm gonna put the Bulls before y'all.
I'm about to say, you better put the bar up in there.
Not just because Larry Frank, my boy, but the Bulls better than y'all. I'm just saying.
I'm calling it.
Kane City Cartel. I'm just saying, Kane City.
They need to drug test your ass because you crazy. You talking about the Bulls ain't better than the Heat. You crazy? What's the HR department's number? What's the phone number for the HR department?
Well, you hear it, Frank? Well, he's so serious.
I hear him, bro. I hear him.
What else you got, Cuban K, before I hang up on you?
That's all I got. You know, that's all I got. Just watch ESPN and watch the real team play basketball. That's all you guys got to do tonight.
Well, I will check out your Heat when we finish. I will go watch this. You know, watch the game. Maybe. I will watch the best team in basketball, Cuban. I got you.
There you go. You finally admitted it. See how easy that is? That's so easy to do. That's
and the piggyback off of what and the piggyback off of what you said about Devin, by me saying that, I need to be drug tested too. For what I just said.
No, you good. You should get a promotion. You should get a promotion for that. You should get a grade.
Boy, Cuban, you crazy. Boy.
Bye, Cuban. We go. Bye.
Take it easy, Cuban. Take it easy. Take it easy.
It's you talk, baby.
That's a whole fool. They all
won tonight, man. They all won tonight, man.
Hey, yo, Rant, man. What's up, man? What's up, family? How you doing, brother? Kane City, that's all I got, man.
Kane City.
BNH 1970. Yeah, he in the house, man. What's up, big dog? How you doing? J.O. Troy Woodard. What up? Troy Woodard, man. Hey, yo, Rant say, Larry Frank, big time now. With the background and got the shiny dome. I bet he put some Soul Glow on there to make it extra shiny.
Hey,
Bulls
bro.
only good because they got Alex Caruso. Oh, he say just saying. Oh,
it's all.
They got Alex Caruso. Oh, you like the Caruso?
Let me tell you something. If they keep doing what they do, I'll put Crisco on this dome so I can shine. Because I won't shine like my Bulls shine.
I got you, Kane City. I'm finna put up right now, Kane City. There it is right now. Come on.
Yeah. And real quick, before Kane City calls, we were talking about Pitt's defense. They gave up 34 in a win against Tennessee. They gave up 41 in a loss against Western Michigan, 21 against Georgia Tech. So this team's defense is not as good as advertised. Real quick, before we get the phone call.
Yeah, they said 1970. Come on up, Kane City. Come on and call up. It's up for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's
tell Storm to call, man. Tell Storm to holler at us, man. Tell Storm to call.
Holla.
Come on. We got
email
like another
too.
15 minutes. Yeah, man. Y'all email, man. Y'all do your thing, man.
Yeah, because you know what?
Check out.
No, not real quick, not to cut you off, but I'm a challenge the chat. I'm gonna challenge everybody in the chat. Devin been putting the email up for a couple of weeks. I'm looking for a random face-to-face interaction. I hear the phone.
Mm-hmm. It's Utah. Caller, just hold 1 second. Go ahead and finish your point, Larry Frank.
No, I was just saying, you know, I want to start getting some face-to-faces, man. I'm trying to put faces with the names and faces with the comments and all of that. So if y'all ain't got nothing going on and you can email and they can put you on the screen, more than welcome, man. You know,
Yeah, we want to add you to the show. We want to add you to the show.
Sure.
I'm going to get my Kane Cartel. I think it's Utah. Caller, state your name and where you calling from.
It's Kansas City Cartel, Miami
Sorry,
Garden.
God. Yeah, man, Kansas City, man. We want you to do that too, man. Send your email to me, man. We want to bring you in sometime, man. You always have good points. What's up, brother? How you doing tonight?
What's up, Kansas City?
Man, I'm doing good. How y'all boys doing, man?
Doing
Good, brother. Good, man. Good to hear from you, man. What's going on? Talk to us.
Yeah, I'm glad the last caller said what he said because you know, we've been toxic for a minute, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, a little bit before the Shapiro situation, a little, and then ever since. You know what I'm saying? And from the top down, we just lost that football spirit as far as the administration went. You know, we ended up adopting the whole thug image, all that craziness.
Yep.
You know, then we got on people behind about we more focused on graduating the kids than football. Yep. Then we got on, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So we've been toxic as far as football leadership from the top for a long time.
Yep.
And if y'all remember Lean on Me, remember that movie Lean on Me?
Yeah. I remember one of my favorites of all time.
Crazy Joe.
Oh, Crazy Joe and old Sam. Old Sam.
Now Crazy Joe knew what it took to turn them kids around.
That's right.
He came in there with a culture shock, didn't he?
Come on with it.
Wasn't it?
Come on.
So I don't care if we bring Mario here. We could bring Crazy Joe here, because when Crazy Joe was at school, he seen what it really was. It wasn't no leadership at the top.
They used to call me Crazy Joe. Now you can call me Batman.
Thank you. He was fighting on his own to turn that school around. So it's the same situation. If we fire Manny and hire Mario, since that's the popular, hire, it's gonna be the same thing.
Same thing.
If we ain't got that leadership from the top that's really invested in football, then he fighting the uphill battle. You know, we handcuffing that man. You know what I'm saying? I pulled my son out of public school system because I seen a problem. And I seen that it wasn't just that one teacher. It was a systematic issue all the way up to the principal. All the way. So what do we do as parents? If your child got to go to high school for 4 years, like we expecting our young kids to go to these colleges for 4 years, and is it the coach? Shoot, these coaches coming in like a carousel, right? So it must be either the coach, the curriculum, which would be the coach, which would be the teaching, which would be the coaching, or it might be a systematic issue from the top down. I think we got plenty of evidence that shows that we got a culture issue. We don't got no football school no more.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't no football powerhouse. We don't have a football powerhouse identity because we not. Soon as I heard this little article about this whole thing with Adidas, and I'm like, man, and I'm like, okay, so we sold out to Adidas. You know what I'm saying? Supposed to be the highest bidder or whatever, and we wasn't even getting the money we was supposed to be getting, and the man ain't even know that. So it's like it's just too much wishy-washy, stuff going on. Then we got the nepotism thing. I don't want to talk too much about that because little Manolo, little Junior, Daddy be, I was at the practices with KV. Daddy on the sideline at all the practices.
Look at that.
So it's a lot going on to where it's just really wishy-washy behind the scenes. So we got to clean house. Period. We got to overhaul the whole thing.
Agreed.
Overhaul the whole thing. if the recruits that want to come, they're gonna come.
Yep, there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
You watch Karen Kitchens interview, you watch James Williams interview. They was sold on us. We ain't had when the last time we was a powerhouse, but they know about this youth. Even though they grew up down here, they know what it is.
Yeah,
that's right. Preach.
They could have went. Saban would have took them.
Oh yeah, easily.
So, I mean, we gonna get the recruits. We just got to clean house down.
And them the type of
that's
players
all
we
I
want.
got, man.
Them the type of players we want, right, Kane?
Yeah, them
we
the
want players that want to come. Yeah, man. Exactly.
When I heard that situation about who was that? When I heard they say even with Earl Little.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even with Earl Little, his son. Yeah. Even with like certain stuff I'm hearing, and I'm like, what are we doing? Number one, we doing this legacy thing that I don't know who brought that in, this legacy thing. But let me tell you something. I love a football player. Ed Reed, one of my favorite football players. He's one of my favorite things. I love football players. Mm-hmm. Sean Taylor, little brother, ain't supposed to be at Rice right now. I'm sorry. That boy out there playing like a man possessed. If y'all ain't following that, all y'all in the chat, y'all need to go follow Gabe Taylor right now.
Yeah.
That man playing like a man possessed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we missing these guys that want to be here, want to make the career great. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know, man. We got a culture problem here.
And see,
Manny ain't a Miami guy. I'm sorry to tell you people.
Not to cut you off, Kane Cartel, but see, he's speaking fights because when we had Mel Braden on, he was saying the same thing that Kansas City Cartel saying right now. Mm-hmm. There's no way that those type of guys they don't even recruit those type of guys. And see, he's saying the same thing that Mel Braden was saying when he was on the show. And this coming from somebody that's down there, y'all. Right. Go ahead, Kansas City Cartel.
Tell D in the chat. Tell D to go watch his tape.
He hear you.
Talking about he fired.
Thank you, Eric
Go watch his tape.
Thanks for the donation, Eric Martin.
Go watch the tape. The eye in the sky don't lie. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The eye in the sky don't lie. I don't care how tall he is. Watch the tape. I love football players. Mm-hmm. Y'all love y'all specimens. Y'all see Alabama with looking like big old specimens or whatever. I love football players. Y'all can love the size and all that. Mm-hmm. I like dogs.
I'm with you. I like the dogs too.
5'8". Go look at the tape, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. Go look at the tape. That's all. Mm-hmm. Brashard Smith, he listed at like, what I'm saying? Brashard Smith ain't that tall, and wait till he get his bird. Y'all will see.
Who you said, Brashard Smith? You said Brashard Smith?
Yeah, it's dog. He ain't tall. It's dogs down here now. I don't care how tall you is. If you a dog, you a dog.
Yes, sir.
He's getting a little bit of burn at the running back spot too.
And I knew we had a problem when all we started doing, we got Tyree Stevenson come out here busting heads. He coming straight out the SEC busting heads. Coach T-Rob coming out the SEC like, this what we doing? We tackling donuts? We tackling donuts? My defensive backfield ain't hit a real live man in practice in 4-5 years. And we wondering why Gervin Hall bouncing off of people. Mm-hmm. Come on now. It's culture. Mm-hmm. It's culture, man. We need culture back. Get that culture back. That's if it was up to me, I get fired doing the Oklahoma drill in practice.
Right.
Tell all the cameras, cut all the cameras off. Y'all got them running.
Kansas City. That's how we used to practice. That's how we used to practice back in the day. I just don't see where it changed that. You know what I'm saying? Like Jamal was saying. Go ahead.
I got a shiny new indoor facility. I'm locking all the doors. I'm telling Streeter, Caneville. I'm telling David Lake. I'm telling Manny Navarre. I'm telling all y'all, hey, give us 30 minutes. We'll open the doors back. I'm locking it up.
I like that.
And we finna have a dog session.
I like that.
We gonna have a dog session.
I like that.
Who gonna leak that? Ain't nobody leaking that. We gonna have a dog section. We gonna lock the doors. We gonna cut off the lights, all them cameras and all that extra stuff. No canes, all excess, none of that. and we're going to have a dog session. And we're going to see who our dogs is and take it back to the old school. If you got a concussion, you won't lose your job for a concussion. You come back a couple weeks.
Mm-hmm.
You got it.
Yeah. How many
you won't lose your job, but if you're a dog, I need you on the field ASAP. Ain't no way James Williams and Cam Kitchens come out of the crib. They were just in high school last year.
Mm-hmm.
And they out there flying all over the field, tackling and throwing their body on the line, doing what they need to do.
Yes. That's DNA.
And we got guys who been here forever in a day, bouncing off of dudes, ain't selling out, ain't running to the ball. When Cam Kitchens got picked by that referee, he could have gave up. He got picked by the referee. The dude was gone. He walked him down. We wasn't getting that before them boys got on the field.
Nope, not at all.
And I got a front row seat. I got one of the best seats in the house, so I'm always there watching. And I know for a fact it's a culture issue because ain't no way in HE double hockey stick these rookies coming in there showing that they've been developed more than these super seniors and these COVID sophomores and juniors and seniors.
Tell it. Come on,
man. Get out of here, man.
Come on.
I'll pull my son off the team if he tackling that bad. I'll pull my own son off the team.
Thank you.
Boy, you ain't finna put my name on the back of your jersey.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on.
You ain't finna have my name on the back of your jersey out there on national TV. You know, dodging tackles and all this crazy stuff. Nah, man, it's a culture issue, bro. Don Snaps, yes, Gervin Hall was hitting in high school. That should let you know it's a culture issue.
Ooh, check that out.
Yes, he was hitting in high school. Amari Carter was sticking too when he first got here. And look what happened. They look like they got neutered, spaded and neutered. they lost their fight.
Mm-hmm.
You got an outside dog, you got a yard dog, and you got an in the house dog.
Uh-huh.
The in the house dog don't even like going for walks no more because the sidewalk too hot. The yard dog don't give a damn about that. The yard dog happy to be outside to be a dog. I'm just telling you, man, it's a culture issue, and until we get the culture right, bro, and get the right people back in position to what the 2001 team say, what they say. Practice was hard, so the game was easy.
Easy, that's right.
That's right. And the
I'm out there watching practice, and these dudes diving at the bottom of a donut and rolling around like a little alligator. So you get in the game, you gonna dive at somebody's ankle and roll around like a little alligator.
But that's what we've been watching.
Are you
That's
kidding
what they've been doing, though. That's what they've been doing.
Right.
So I mean, you know what? They have been carrying out in the game what they do in practice.
We ain't the only one looking at
give anybody everything I own if they can go to any Dade County high school football team, football practicing, and find me one of them donuts. I bet you won't find one.
Yes.
If you ain't hitting a sled, you hitting a man.
Thank you.
Well,
how you gotta hit a man in the game, but you ain't consistently hitting a man in practice?
That's right.
Thank you, Eric Murray, for the donation. Thank you for the donation.
My bad, man. Y'all.
No, rants are needed. Rants are needed.
And everybody agreeing with you, man. Everybody agreeing, man.
They feeling you. They feeling you because you telling the truth.
I look at this. I'm in the stands every weekend with my son. You know what my son said to me the last game?
What's that?
My son's 16 years old. He a computer kid.
Thank you for the donation, Carisha Williams. Thank you. Go ahead, Kane. I'm sorry.
He ain't no big athlete kid. He's a computer kid, but he love football. He love watching it. We love going. You know what he said to me during that game last weekend?
What's that?
He said, "Man, that James Williams, Dad, he like a bully." I say, "What?" He said, "Yeah, he all over the place. He just slanging dudes around." He's sitting right next to me watching it. Mm-hmm. Now, if he can pick up on it, we go to every home game. He ain't never called nobody else no bully or nobody aggressive. Mm-hmm. So how he point that out?
Because James Williams is a stand-up.
Man.
James Williams is that.
But
Is
Manny
that
get in front of the
obvious.
cameras and tell us we ain't seeing what we seeing. Manny will convince us he good, bro. He's awesome. He'll tell me I'm in Atlanta somewhere. I'm not in Florida, and I believe it because he laid it out so smooth on in the press conference.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Manny is a master at the talk game. You know, he's sort of a politician, man. He'll convince us we ain't seeing what we see, and it'll buy him an extra week, or buy him this, or buy him some time. You remember we lost to FIU? What's the first thing he said? No, Louisiana Tech. What he said? We in a rebuild.
He had excuses for days, didn't he?
Wait. We in a what? A rebuild? So where are we now?
Preach. Come on.
We still in a rebuild?
Still in the rebuild, basically, according to him.
I guess. I don't know. I ain't never heard of no 3-year rebuild.
But
on,
hey, remember what he said. Remember what he said. Those other teams are doing the same thing to everybody. They do it to everybody. So you know how he is, you know.
When your son come home and he got in trouble in school and he tell you where them other kids was talking to, I ain't worried about them other kids.
I tried it.
We ain't the ones getting embarrassed. We ain't the one got a Kirk Street, Ohio. We got an Ohio State dude taking up for us. Can you believe that?
It's you talk, baby.
Is that not crazy? We got an Ohio State dude like trying to defend us.
Yeah.
He love him some you because he watched it.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
Mm-hmm. They want us to be good.
They going that many.
They want us to be
good.
They
want us to be good.
Yeah.
That brand is worldwide. Every time I travel, when we go to these little crazy I don't know why they do that either. And you know, we went to we played LSU and Dallas, and then we went and played Florida and Orlando, then Alabama and Atlanta. We every time I travel, right?
Mm-hmm.
This dude's coming in there, man. I came from Brazil. Brazil? Yes, Hurricane fan. I've been a Hurricane fan since a kid.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. You from Brazil, you live in Brazil, and you traveled all the way out here because you a Hurricane fan. Man, we worldwide, man.
Preach.
So we ain't tripping.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't tripping. Everybody want us to be good, dog. And I finally starting to see some swagger come back. We was looking like little puppies.
Yeah.
Finally starting to see some swagger come back.
Because of the young
and
guys.
And it ain't on Manny. I ain't giving Manny none of that credit.
None of it,
bro. No, absolutely not.
Because if them boys was a home team, we wouldn't have got them. Mm-hmm. If they was a home team, man, we wouldn't have got them. I ain't giving Manny that.
Preach.
Sorry.
Mm-mm.
Preach.
No, it's just a part of the circumstance. When you come to the U, you're gonna have some of them fall in your lap because you in the territory now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Mm-hmm. You in the territory. You ain't gotta put the same effort into certain kids as you gotta do in the other kids because some of them kids they want to be home. They want to be, they want to go back to Liberty City after the game and be the superstar.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Melvin Bratton. I remember my mama and my grandma used to tell I grew up watching Melvin Bratton.
Yes, sir. We all
and my grandma used to brag on him. Yeah, baby. You know I used to babysit Lil Mel. Like the hood, the whole Scott Project. The boys loved it, so them local boys. And them local boys were superstars down there.
Kansas City, boy, he probably listening, boy. He gonna be calling up here, boy, talking about it, boy. That joker, I love to hear that, boy. Go to Biggie Mo.
Yeah,
he gonna be calling me in a little while. Don't Biggie Mo too much, boy. He gonna be, boy. He love it.
Yeah,
he love it. He just soaking it up, boy. You know how he is, Larry Frank.
I know how he is.
Yeah, you know.
And if you want to talk about swag, that was that era.
That was that era, bro.
Era.
It was them.
Mm-hmm. He wore the cage face mask, but he had the little cutoff jersey and the you know, it was different back then, man.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we still got some dogs down here, and it's a shame that we either keep them on the muzzle on the bench, or we not developing them. You know what I'm saying? We letting them. Miami is a place where your 4 and 5 star can go to die. Unfortunately, until we fix this.
Well, y'all getting a lesson tonight. Say that one more time. Say that one more time, KJ. It's a place where
Miami is a place where your 4 and 5 star can go to die.
Ooh, that's powerful
until we
right
fix
there.
this from the top down.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
Why KJ Osborne come from Buffalo and shine, but the guys we had on that roster that we recruited, and we couldn't develop to that level.
Couldn't develop. Couldn't development whatsoever.
Tell it.
All these transfers we bring in, but we can't develop our own.
Tell it.
It's you talk, baby.
That means it's a culture issue. It ain't. We in Club Med down here. Tyreek Stevenson said it by mistake, and I heard it intentionally. He said, "Man, it's a more relaxed environment. It's laid back. Practices are great. It's relaxed." Really? So
there you go.
So y'all must be thumping out there.
There you go.
Y'all must be thumping out there, cause ain't no way in heck DJ Ivy been here since. I watched that boy since he was a freshman. So ain't no way in heck DJ Ivy been here that long. You know, honestly, Blades should have been kind of more like a safety than a corner. I don't know why we recruited him and brought him in as a corner, but we did it. So you telling me them boys been here all that long time, and our best guys is a guy transferred from Georgia, and a young Takori Couch. And they been here all that long time. And was they not highly coveted? Let's be real. Well, let's just say Ivy. Ivy was coveted.
Yeah.
He was heavily recruited. Ivy was not the Ivy we are all dogging now. He was not that guy coming out of high school. Okay? I think Rump co-signed him. A lot of people co-signed him. So what happened? Is it him or is it the development? We gonna blame the kid in the class for not learning, or we gonna blame the teacher?
The teacher.
It's definitely the teacher.
That's true.
100%. Because look when Banter leave and T-Rob come in. When Rump leaves and DVD come in, look at the rotation. The rotation, I mean. How many snaps? Look at the snap counts now. We had Ivy and Blaze in pretty much all game, before they made that move.
Right.
And we had Harlan and Carter in all season, all game before Banner made that move. Until Bubba came in and got hurt against Florida State. But and then Bubba, everybody like, what happened to the old Bubba? What you think happened? You think it's just some mystery? We've been saying this forever in a day.
Tell it.
He came here with his stars and he died.
You put the
so
nail on the head.
You can't. Oh man, Zach McCloud. Boy, that boy a bum. When Zach McCloud first got here, his pursuit was like none other. I kid you. If y'all watch football like I watch football, sideline to sideline, Zach McCloud was not a liability on that field when he first got here.
His freshman year was his best year.
Okay. How many years he been here now?
You don't want to leave.
We had to find a whole nother position for that man.
Right.
Yeah.
And they gonna convince us it's him. Come on, man. You can't. Come on, bro. And I don't like the fact that the man insults our intelligence as a fan base and as people who probably played the game as well and played the game, coached the game, watched the game, studied the game. You come on camera, you insult our intelligence telling us it's one thing when we clearly see with our own two eyes in that expensive ASS stadium with that damn $30 hot dogs and $15 sodas with the refill cup. And you trying to convince us we ain't seeing what we seeing, and it's not a development issue.
Right.
Come on, man.
That's what it is.
Get out my face with that.
That's what it is.
Get out my face with that. And everybody, oh well, Coastie just didn't cut it. No, it is what it is, guys. You lose your hunger after a while, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You lose your hunger after a while. If you make a street dog comfortable, he gonna lose a little bit of that edge he had when he was a street dog.
Groove, what up?
You bring that street dog in the house and start feeding him that good kibble and that clean water, and you know what I'm saying? Walk him twice a day, you know, so that AC.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna go outside starting no stuff. He gonna be like, nah, man, I'm in the house. Let a dog be a dog, man.
That's what's up.
I ain't trying to hijack the show, fellas, man.
No, you good. You good.
Man. Y'all got me going today.
No, you good, man.
You good.
Hey, man, we appreciate you. Hey, man, listen, man, why don't you send your email, man, to me, man? We want to bring you in, man.
Absolutely.
So that we can, like I said, we trying to put doggone a face with everybody, man. So you guys can come in and talk, man. We give you 5 minutes to get on with us.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna put the email up when you hang up, man, and send me your email, bro.
All right, what you want me to put it in the chat?
No. I'm about to put the email up. You're gonna see me flash it.
Oh,
and
okay.
Email me.
Email
me. Yeah,
I got
man.
you.
Appreciate it, Cartel. Appreciate the call,
gems,
bro.
You dropped some gems, bro. Awesome call.
All right, fellas, I'm gonna hang up and listen, man.
All righty, big dog, man. You have a good weekend, man.
Hey, hopefully we have one after Saturday, man.
Right.
Man, hey, my weekend, Saturday lets me know how much drinking I'm gonna do the rest of Saturday and Sunday.
Well,
let
me give you a prediction. Let me give you a prediction before you go, Cartel.
Right.
In the words, 24 hours from now, this is Manny. Well, Pittsburgh does it to everybody.
Hopefully that won't be the case.
No, I got one for that too.
What's that?
Well, they did something a little different this time that we, they changed it up on it. They did something different we didn't see before, and man, we fought hard, man. I mean, I take my hats off to my guys, man. It was, man, we not even supposed to be here, man.
Yeah.
We was going to do something special. We lost by 21, but the clock ran out in the fourth quarter, and I can feel the momentum, man. We was about to do something special.
Oh man.
I'm just glad we could come back in front of our fan base from Georgia Tech. With that, I open for question.
They sound just like
man, get your butt out of here, man.
Yes.
Hey, man. Y'all give it up. Y'all give it up for our boy, man. Kansas City Cartel, man. That was a great call, man.
Yeah.
Kansas City, man. I want to see you back here on Monday, man. I'm about to put the email address up. Kansas City, that's how I got, man. Come on and call up Groove, man.
Bro. He did it.
Come on, Groove. You did the same,
Groove.
man. Come on, Groove. We want to hear from you, Groove. Come on, man.
Groove. Email Groove. Because I done seen you on the other shows. I done seen you on other shows.
Let me put the email up so Groove.
Put the email up. I want Groove the email. I want Groove on screen.
Let me bring Groove in, man. Groove talking about Perry was he had plenty of opportunities, man. I can't agree with that, man. I want to talk to Groove about this, man. Come on and shoot that email, Groove. Shoot me that email. You can put it in the chat, Groove, if you want to, man. If you don't want to go to the email, but yeah, you can either go ahead and call right now and then send your email, and then I'll bring you in like that too. However you want to do it. But yeah, man. Great take, man. Kansas City Cartel, that's our guy. That's our dog, man. Great call, man. But I seen some of them, man, saying I went to sounding like DMX. Boy, y'all know I love my Utah family, boy. When y'all go to laying it down, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Brother Jay Blaze, man. Shout out to Ayo Rant, man. Troy Woodard, what it do? Carisha Williams, D, what up? D, what up, boy? Brother J Blaze, man. Cuban Kane, man. Chris Malone, what's up, brother? How you doing? Big Chris Malone in the building, man. Jay Stokes, what's up, man? What's going on, everybody? Eric Murray, what it do? Corey Liberty City Boy, Don Snaps. What's going on? Coke Dog, 305 in the building. Shout out to Robert Whitehead, BNH 1975. It's Utah. What's going on?
It's you talk, baby.
Great point, man. That was a great point, bro. Great point. I'm checking my email right now, man. Let me see if you done sent it. What you gonna do? I'm waiting on you. John Snap said Perry needed King to mature. Yeah. I mean, but I thought that he came along, man, his last year, man. I mean, I just don't think he was gonna get a fair shake when they bought King down there, man. They already had set in stone that he was gonna be the guy once they bought him in. And I don't think it was an open competition. That's just me.
It wasn't. It wasn't because
I got you, Kane City. I got you.
If you go back to go ahead, go ahead.
No, you good. Go ahead.
Yeah. If you go back to his freshman year, he got a little bit of action. But that's when his freshman year was the last year of the Rick era. And Rick wanted to go between him and Malik. And as I said before, I really think a lot of this loyalty stuff to the upperclassmen that Manny does, he got that from Mark Rick. So Perry comes in, shows some flashes.
I'm sending it, Groove. I'm about to send it. I'm sorry,
then,
Frank.
Yeah, you good. And then he has a slow start in another game. I forgot the game. It was years back. But then they yank him and put Malik back in. So he played musical quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, Malik comes back in 2018 and just stinks up the joint. So you flip-flopping with him and Perry. And then Malik's out of here. He graduates. Then in 2019, Jaron Williams threatens to transfer. Perry clearly should have won that starting job in 2019. If Perry starts that game, I was in Orlando. I was in Dallas the year before, but I was in Orlando. I was watching that game. If Perry plays that game versus Florida down in Orlando, we almost won it with Jaron. Perry makes better throws, gets the ball out quicker. Jaron held on to the ball too long that night. He had like 8-9 sacks that night, in my opinion. And the sad part was you screwed over Perry because you wanted to be loyal to your upperclassman Malik. Then when he leaves, he graduates, you screw over Perry because you wanted to be loyal to Jaron because Jaron was going to transfer. And look at him now. He's a fourth stringer at South Florida, I believe. So you kick him to the curb in 2019. And then just when you think he's going to finally get his time to shine, here comes De'Aaron King. Now, no knock on King, but you basically give King the job before he sets foot on campus.
Come on,
over a guy in Perry who had been here. He left USF, okay. Well, he left again, journeyman. So, I mean, there you go. That goes to show you the character of what Jaron Williams had. So Perry never got a fair shake. The Virginia Tech game, okay. So after all that, exactly, he's that dude now. He's that dude. He's winning awards. He's up for quarterback awards. He's doing well. So after all of that, you go to the bowl game last year. What happens? King gets hurt. The guy you messed him over for. And what happens? He comes in and nearly wins the game for you. Drops by those other two guys that hit the portal, or that's about to hit the portal. And just having to overcome that slow start. So that's why when Perry transferred, I didn't get upset. I was happy for him. Because you know what? He got his degree. You walked that stage and got that degree. So you know what? They did you wrong on the football side of it, but you stuck with it. You hung with it. You got that degree. You got the most important part out of the whole thing. Because the NFL is one thing, but if you can get that degree, that's the most important part. Something that can, and that degree is going to always have Miami on it. And what do? You go ahead on, and now look at you. You're balling out. You're playing ball. you doing your thing. So like I say, man, nothing but love for Perry, man. I wish they would have did him better, but hey, water under the bridge now.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really, like you said, you happy for him because he's, you know, he's doing good right now. I just wish that he would have got a fair shake when he was with us.
Yes.
You know,
because think about this: after Malik, when Rick went ahead and benched Malik and went with Perry, and let's say that even though Perry had a slow start and he had trouble, let's say Rick would have stuck with his decision and you would have developed him and John Rick was the quarterback coach, so development was not happening. But imagine if Perry, under a good offense, or stable offense, I should say, would have been able to have stability and develop. Perry, think about Perry right now using that extra COVID year. Right now, from 2017 to right now, what he would be doing. Think from day one. Now, maybe we don't get Alabama, but I promise you, we ain't 3-4 if Perry's under center.
hold on, I'm about to bring him in. I got him in the room right now, man. We finna bring our boy in, man. Big Groove, man. Big Groove, you done seen him on Storm Warning, man. I'm finna drop the balls for you, man. Big dog, you know how we do it over here. This is a guy I watch faithfully, man. Shout out to Storm Warning, man. Shout out to Big Groove. I say you talk family. Let's welcome my guy. Big Groove. So you talk, man. It's been a while coming, man. It's been a while, man.
There he is.
Groove, what the hell it do? What's going on, big dog? How you tonight?
Groove?
I'm good, man. Me and my boy A Black just finished shooting the show, man. You know, had a little review from the last game, NC State, and then we did a little preview, talked a little recruiting. You know what I'm saying? We kind of got a little off topic, talk about, Derrick Henry and stuff like that, man. But overall, man, it was a good show, man. Shout outs to everybody that tuned in. You feel me? You know, appreciate you guys for, getting me on. Been trying to get on for about the past week or so, man. Been kind of, I'd be hit and miss.
I know, man.
That's my fault.
I know, man. It's all good, man. Talk to me, man. I seen you put a thing in the chat, man. You said about Perry, man. Talk to me about that Perry you talking about, man. What's going on?
Yeah, see, I'm a Perry guy, man. I love the kid, man. I hate that he left Miami. I understood why he left Miami, but I feel like he had his chance. I mean, everybody looking at what he did at what he's doing at FAU right now, which he's doing good. I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him. But we can't forget about how he was stinking it up in the games that he was in. I remember what was that? The Virginia? Is it the Virginia or the Virginia game? He threw like 3-4 picks. You know what I'm saying? He was constantly turning the ball over, making the wrong reads. You know what I'm saying? And it was his job to lose. He was the starter. You know what I'm saying? He overtook Malik. Malik was playing piss poor. You know what I'm saying? And Rick put him in the game. You gotta keep the position. You can't leave no doubt to the offensive coordinator, which was Rick, and your head coach. You know what I'm saying? He left a lot of doubt. He left players. I can remember fans clamoring for Jared Williams to get in the game. Put Williams in. Perry ain't the guy. Perry not the guy. Perry not the guy. Perry not the guy. You know what I'm saying? Then the next year came. He didn't beat out Williams. I know the situation where, everybody thought Jared Williams was the better passer when he took over. Everybody thought that. You feel what I'm saying? I think the problem with Williams was he was lazy and he was entitled. Coming from, from the talks I heard, people I know that, been around the kid and, coach, he was a lazy kid, he was an entitled kid. Just the whole situation about, if I'm not playing, I'm leaving. You feel them type deal. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to lose a talent like that because he was a great talent. You feel what I'm saying? But you can see now he left South Florida in the transfer portal again. Granted, they had the sanctions and stuff like that that's going on that just kicked in. I don't know if that played a part in it. But, you know what I'm saying? Perry didn't do his part. I'm sorry to say it, but he's not a better quarterback than Derrick King. He was not a better quarterback than Derrick King.
You don't think that Perry's a better quarterback?
No.
You don't think that he's a better passer than
he's a better deep ball thrower. I give him that. He throws a better deep ball, but far as running the offense, he's not a better quarterback. Because even with the Oklahoma State game, he came in and did his thing. But it was some times where it was like, Perry, no. Oh, good. He caught the ball. You know what I'm saying? So we can't forget these things. His
But-
issue was not his skill set. It was up here.
But I would-
He's a dumb kid, but I feel like he had a little bit more trouble of reading the defenses and taking what the defense gave him more so than King. You know what I'm saying? And he's not as elusive as King. You see what I'm saying? But me, like I said, he throws a better deep ball, but I don't think he's more accurate than King either. You feel what I'm saying? So
Well, I would have to push back on the accuracy, and I would have to say, as far as athletically, I agree with you that King he was definitely a better athlete than Nicosi overall. But I don't think that the offense was as open when De'Aaron King was up underneath center.
I agree.
As far as throwing the ball down the field when Nicosi was in. That's just me.
I feel you, and I think that had a lot to do with he didn't really get a lot of chance to mess with those guys. You see what I'm saying? Perry been in the program. He's been thrown with these guys. He has rapport with a lot of those guys. So you know what I'm saying? He wants to start a quarterback at one point, so he knows the majority of the players. You know, last year was the COVID year. We didn't get spring cut short, so that cuts in time with, you know what I'm saying, guys getting repetitions with each other. Summer, you can't be in groups more than 2 or 3. You can't do 7-on-7s building camaraderie. Season, the fall camp was cut short. We really pretty much had like a week and a half, 2 weeks to get ready for a season. You feel what I'm saying? So I think as the season went on, we start seeing the connection was better with the receivers. That's when you start seeing Harley starting to pick up. Granted that, I hate Wiggins and my boy Pope. I'm a big fan of those kids. Whatever they do, wherever they go, I hope they prosper, just like Nicosi doing. But hey, you ain't getting it done. You got to get somebody else in that's getting it done. Like them. They can't fault nobody but themselves. They put themselves in the situation to be benched. You got to catch the ball. You was brought here because you made plays in high school. Especially Pope, you winning state championships on deep routes that you dropping in college.
Pope was getting a lot of burn. He was getting a lot of burn coming out of high school because I think that was with him and Devontae Smith and all of them. They was all top-notch wide receivers coming out of high school in 2017.
And they had every opportunity to be the guys. Yeah. Just like Pope was complaining that he wasn't getting reps. Wiggins was complaining. That same game, Virginia, Wiggins had 3 big drops that game. We could have, you know what I'm saying? That could have got third downs, that could have kept drives moving, that could have actually won the game that we lost against Virginia. You see what I'm saying? But hey, practice, they're gonna keep giving the guys a chance. He's young. Okay, freshman excuse. He got better his sophomore year. I think it was a lot better. He was the Florida State killer. He always forever would be the Florida State killer. I give Wiggins that. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't get the job done. Just like Perry did not get the job done when he had the keys to the Ferrari. He crashed it. You know,
let me ask you. Go ahead, D.
No. Go ahead, Larry.
All right, real quick. You don't think a lot of Perry's issues that you're notating didn't have a lot to do with that offensive line being so bad? Because he didn't have the time to really go through his reads, go through his progressions. He knew he had a bad offensive line. We saw how bad that line was.
Which year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago? Who was on the offensive line? I think Now Jared Williams had a horrible offensive line.
But a lot of Jared Williams.
2 years ago. Yeah. That's 2 years ago when we played Florida, right?
Yeah, it was in Orlando.
9 sacks.
But of those 9 sacks, you can't attribute all 9 of those sacks to that offensive line. At least 4 of them was from Williams holding the ball too long. And over the course of the season, that was one of his biggest problems. He wouldn't get the ball out of his hands.
But Williams played his ass off there. I'm sorry, I mean to cuss on y'all show. I'm sorry. Bro. I'm sorry.
You good?
You good, bro?
Okay. Ahead, bro. But we gotta keep it $150 though. Williams played a great game against Florida, minus some of the holding the freshman. What he had for the pressure, the amount of pressure that he was under with Nelson getting killed. He played a pretty good game, and we still should have won that game.
Muff punt, drop touchdown pass.
Our best playmaker muffed the punt, dropped the touchdown in the end zone. Those 14 points right there we gave.
Yeah. Yeah.
And don't forget about that busted coverage in the defense when Felipe Franks threw that long bomb. That shouldn't have happened either. So yeah, we all played Florida that night. We should have won that game.
We should have won that game
with a Dan Enos offense.
Yes.
Right.
And I don't know what was up with I had high hopes for that guy.
Who, Dan Enos?
Dan Enos?
Yes, I had high hopes for that guy, man.
I think we all did, man. I think, coming from the Nick Saban, over at Alabama, yeah, man. I know I was one of them too. What's your thoughts on tomorrow, man? What do you want to see out of our Hurricanes tomorrow against Pittsburgh, man, Groove?
I want the O-line to continue to play as well as they have the last 2 to 3 games. I want to see them continue that. I want the defense to play like they did last week, swarming to the ball. That's when we was at our best. That's when we was leading the country in tackles for loss and turnovers and things of that nature because we were swarming the ball. And that's been our issue this year. We haven't been swarming. It's been a lot of one-on-one. Okay, this guy, because at the end of the day, we got to understand these other guys on scholarship too. They athletes too. They you know what I'm saying? Some of these guys are NFL players too. So they're gonna make you miss. So that's why you need to swarm. And we seen that they had pretty good run in the game. They had a pretty good running back. The D line was making the guys stretch. They was wrapping up. We seen he'd break a tackle, but 3 or 4 guys right there making a tackle. That's what I want to see. I want to see if we can control the ball and run the ball like we've been doing and being able to play action, go deep, and we gang tackle, I don't think it'll be close. I don't think it'll be close. I think we'll win by 14 points if that happens. If not, we're going to be in the shootout and it's going to come down to the last possession just because our superior athletes. You know what I'm saying? I think we got the athletes to keep us in the game. But if they resort back to that Michigan State type tackling, it's going to be a long night. You know what I'm saying? So, but the thing is, the football guys is on our side right now. We get that starting receiver, their best receiver out. From what I read, Pickett, he's playing pretty good right now. But we've played him before and we made him look average. Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? So he scares me, but it doesn't scare me. But we 7-2 against them in the last 9 meetings. So yeah, we own them. We own them. I want to ask you real quick.
Yes, sir. Devin asked me, so I want to kind of get another perspective. I want to see if others feel how I feel about this. Rhett Lashley's offensive approach. How do you think? Do you think he will be aggressive as he did in that first series last week? Or do you think he's going to go back to the conservative stuff? Because it's so hard to call with this dude, bro.
Yeah. I think since he's seen the success that he had early in last week's game, I think he's going to try to take that same approach. What I don't want him to do is try to come up with the same type of plays. Mm-hmm. I want him to be aggressive, but kind of be a little bit more creative early. I want you to press. I want you to try to stretch the defense, but let's be creative the first drive. Right. Maybe we can, deep post or something like that. Get Rambo on the island one-on-one. You know what I'm saying? Or, hey, that's that, like I said, I think he will try to be aggressive because at the end of the day, that seat hot for everybody.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying? So it's put up a shut up because what we, people, say he's man is going to be gone or he may be gone. He may not be gone. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? But we have seen, man, they'll get rid of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will do that.
He'll cut you.
We got to give him credit for anything. We got to give him credit for that.
He's going to get rid of you. If you're not producing, he's going to get rid of you. So Rhett Lashley knows that, okay, I got Likens right here that was OC, that was an air raid concept type guy. If I don't pick it up, I'm gonna be in the unemployment. I'm gonna be back in the unemployment field. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna be searching for a job.
I think his stock went down a little bit because last year he was up for head coaching jobs. Yeah.
Exactly. People scared about him leaving and being a head coach. Right. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully he pick it up, man, for these kids' sake, so these guys can, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think the season is over with because these teams that's in front of us still can put 2-3 losses together.
That's right.
You feel what I'm saying? Pittsburgh is not unbeatable. Western Michigan beat them. They still got to play, you know what I'm saying, some pretty good teams. And Georgia Tech, I don't know if they played Georgia Tech, but you can't sleep on them either. They one of them teams that come to play and upset you type deal.
Right.
And it's the same thing like Miami. I think, everybody agrees with you when you say, like, they're definitely not unbeatable. It just depends on what Miami team is going to show up and what coaching staff is going to show up. Will Rhett Lashley be aggressive with his play calling like he came out the box last week against NC State? I thought, the play calls that he had that first drive, the first 7 to 8 plays with pass plays. He didn't – they had 7 and 8 people in the box, and he just didn't force the run. He threw the ball. And he was creative definitely on the first drive. It seemed like when we got a lead, it's like he got conservative. Do you think that we stay aggressive if we go up on the road, or do you think that he play conservative? Do you think he kind of dial it back?
I mean, a coach has this tendency. A coach, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit up and say, yeah, he's going to be balls to the wall the whole time, because there's periods in the game where you may need to dial it down and run the clock. It depends. You see what I'm saying? If we jump out early with a three touchdown lead, of course you want to bleed the clock a little bit more so we can get out of here. Because at the end of the day, it's about winning the game. You feel what I'm saying? But what I hope, to kind of go back with what you said, I hope they incorporate, like I just talked about with A Black on our show. I hope they incorporate a lot and continue to throw the ball to Rooster out the backfield, because that's essentially nothing but a long run play, a toss. It's just a toss. You see what I'm saying? And that because essentially open up what you need to do downfield, because now the linebackers I got to honor this guy.
Yeah. So
now I can put the tight end back on, tight end across the middle, just like we did on that 3rd and long to seal the game. The linebacker bit on Rooster, if I'm not mistaken. Right. And open that up. You feel what I'm saying? So hopefully he recognized that you got a special guy in the backfield that can make a player miss and score. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I hope he stay aggressive, but I think he's gonna every coach got their tendencies. I think he may have a little moments in the game. We were like, okay, now Rat, don't start this.
Right. Exactly, Groove. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Real quick,
Sir.
because we were talking about the schedule and the possibilities. They already played Georgia Tech, but the remaining games, they got us tomorrow, obviously. After tomorrow, the Final Four. Duke, here's going to be the kicker. They got North Carolina in 2 weeks. That could be an L.
Exactly.
So that's why it's important for it's
Pittsburgh, Duke.
Pittsburgh.
No, I'm saying it's in Pittsburgh. Oh,
it's Pittsburgh.
Okay.
Yeah. Matter of fact, that they got the Final Four. You got Duke, North Carolina, Virginia, Syracuse. That is not now Duke. They'll get, but those final 3 games is not 3-0.
Not given, because Virginia can beat them.
Virginia can beat them.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, like we were saying earlier with the schedule, if you get this W tomorrow, you got 2 conference losses. They have 1. Out of those last 3, they're going to drop another one, which gives you the tiebreaker over them. Virginia already has 2 losses. All they need to do is lose. No, they got 2.
They got 2. Okay.
Yeah, they got 2. But they got the tiebreaker over us right now, unfortunately. They're going to lose another one as well. And North Carolina already has 3.
Do they play? They still got to play VTech. Virginia does, right?
They do.
Yep.
That's the big rivalry game. So you know pretty much you would think Virginia Tech should win that, because that's Fuente's coaching for his job, and 9 times out of 10 they're going to get up for that game. Fuente's probably going to be out of there. So if we can win tomorrow, this thing could get real interesting, man.
Exactly.
Real interesting.
Yes, it can. But I got a question for you guys. I don't know if you guys on the Fire Manning train or not. Can I ask, are y'all on that Fire Manning train?
Yes,
with both hands.
Okay, so we went out. Do you still want them gone?
Yes,
definitely.
Even if they win the conference.
Yes,
definitely.
Yes.
And while we, I think. Go ahead.
No. I'm just saying. Whenever you want me to justify, I will justify my reason. I see you.
Well, first of all, Groove. Let's ask Groove. So. We got one for you, Groove. Why do you want to keep Manny if he was to win out?
I mean, because he showed improvement. Because at the end of the day, that's what we want to see, right?
Well, improvement by what? Just winning? Or are we talking about X's and O's and we're talking about the bad management on the field with timeouts and the bad tackling? That's taught in practice. That's coaching, right?
Hold on. So question. So I got a question for you guys. So is catching the pass on the receiver or on the coach? dropping passes?
No, that's definitely on the player.
That's all.
Okay,
on the player.
so why isn't tackling on the player?
Well, what about if they're not tackling in practice? Right.
Nobody tackling in practice.
How they
nobody tackles in practice.
How they practice?
No, you only can have like one practice. They only got one full pad day. They've been doing the same. We've been doing the same tackling drills since Manny got here.
But
you don't think that us being the worst tackling team in the nation, you don't think that's attributed to coaching?
That's a want to. Tackling is a want to.
What about the fundamentals?
Tackling is a want to, because we just seen that they was making tackles this last game, right?
The freshmen, the young
everybody. It was everybody making tackles.
But you had missed tackles. But let's look at this. I think we're getting confused. It's not so much the tackling in practice that's being critiqued here. It's the fundamentals of tackling, because the missed tackles have come from them high pointing one arm. This is what I've been seeing in the first half of the season. Gervin Hall doing this stuff. Guys just diving and not wrapping up, doing fundamental form tackling. That's fundamentals.
Answer this question. Have you seen you guys? I know you guys watch a lot of reports of them guys in practice, right? Can you please pull up me a clip where Manny, T-Rob, all those guys have doing drills where they got these guys running and diving with one arm at these players at whatever they're doing.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Groove. The donut thing that I saw, the same missed tackles where the guys are diving at the offensive players' feet and rolling over. It's pretty much the same thing I'm seeing from the donut videos. We've been
doing these same drills since they got here. We've been doing these same exact drills. This is the drill that we got from the Seattle Seahawks.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? These are drills that we got from the pros to take away with the targeting. So
True.
My thing is this: we've been doing this same drill with the same donut since 2007, and we've seen, 2016 since he got 15-16, and we've seen those. Would you agree those defenses was pretty much elite at the time? The 2016, 2017?
They weren't elite.
No, I don't think they were elite.
The 2017 defense was good because they forced turnovers.
That was part of football.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
That makes you elite. Right?
Yeah, but that was one season. They couldn't sustain
2018, they wasn't elite defensively. With big Jared Willis,
they
was the leading tackle.
The line was elite. The line was elite, but the linebackers, Shaq and Pinckney and them regressed. From their freshman year, they regressed until they got out of here.
You do know that Pinckney was one of the top linebackers statistically in the ACC. Tackles for loss, pass breakups and coverage, all that type of stuff, along with Shaq. You see the difference between Shaq and what we got now, right? Shaq and Pinckney and what we got now, right?
Well, what you got now is you don't have anything that was really recruited. You don't really have nobody that was really recruited. Right now, the linebackers that we got right now at this time, we need more linebackers.
I agree. We do need more.
Because what we have, they just don't have it. Matter of fact, when was the last time Miami even had elite linebackers? The early 2000s.
I have to give Shaq and Pinckney their props. I have to give them.
They were solid. I'll give them that.
I gotta give them their props. Then you got Jermaine Grace. That was fire. You can't forget Denzel Perryman. You can't forget Eddie Jack.
El Presidente. Yes, definitely.
You know what I'm saying? You got Sean Spence. Was great.
They were solid.
The kid name
I wouldn't say
they wasn't elite. They wasn't elite. They were solid.
I guess elite. Elite. I'm thinking Warren Sapp. I'm thinking guys like Russell Maryland. I'm thinking guys like
wasn't elite.
I don't think Denzel Perryman. No, I don't think he was elite.
He was very good. He wasn't elite.
What about you? Let's talk to the chat. Do you guys think that Denzel Perryman wasn't elite?
Here's my thing. If you're elite, 9 times out of 10, you're going to be All-American, All-ACC. Now, some of them may have made it. I don't know. I have to go back and look. But the bulk of them, I know for a fact they weren't All-Americans.
Answer this question. All right. So, do you believe Jared Willis should have been an All-American that year? His last year at Miami.
He transferred.
Yeah.
He could
from Florida, right?
Yeah, he came from Florida.
I think that Jared Willis was. Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't even make a second team or a third team. That's how that stuff is screwed. You feel what I'm saying? He didn't. You feel me? He led the nation in tackles for loss. He had.
I just don't see elite. When I think of elite, I think of guys like
Willis
I
wasn't
think
elite?
of guys like no. I'm talking about the lineman. You were saying this is a pyramid. I'm talking about pyramid. I think of Ray Lewis.
Gerald Willis had the benefit of playing under Jess Simpson, and Jess Simpson, I think, I love him as a line coach. I love him because he can develop linemen and he can get the best out you and he can coach you up. You're very solid under his tutelage. So Gerald definitely ate off of Simpson's tutelage. He was borderline elite. I can't say that he was elite, but I'm not going to say that he wasn't right there. He wasn't.
He had better stats than the two guys that went in the first round for Clemson. He had better stats. Go look at the stats.
But look at who they played, though. That's the thing. See, that's the thing. That's a lot of misleading. See, listen, I was like that, too.
They played LSU. They played some good teams. And he dominated LSU. Go back and look at the game. He dominated LSU. LSU broke that one long run when they took out Shaq and they put in that true freshman Jennings in. That's the only time they broke a long run that game. Big Willis was dominant, bro. He led the nation in tackles for loss. And he had like multiple sacks. Like he was the last elite D lineman we've had. But far as linebackers,
I'm like this. I wouldn't
I
argue
say he was the last one because Russo and Whatchcott was dominant.
Yeah. I won't put up an argument and say that he's not. He can't be elite. It's just that first in your mind when you start thinking of elite D lineman, he doesn't come first to you.
It wasn't multiple years. I get what you're saying. It wasn't multiple
right.
years.
That's
that one year where
right.
But I would say that 1 year he was elite. That 2018 season he was elite.
That season.
Yeah,
but overall, as an overall player,
he was a good player. He was a
great player. He was a great player. He just had that stuff that happened at Florida.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit of that string of bad luck and everything. And like I said, I think if we could have lucked out and got him from a freshman, and he could have played here from his freshman year and developed at that time, then he would have left Miami as an elite player.
I get what you're saying. I can get what you're saying on that. But Spence was, but Perriman was elite. I'm sorry.
Perriman wasn't elite, man. Groove, man.
Hey, man.
Elite, Groove, man. No, man.
First round? Didn't he win the first round?
I think he went second or third round, man.
I don't remember. I'd have to look it up.
I think Denzel went first round.
Now, I will say this much.
I thought he was second or third.
He took what he did in college
and translated
and credit to him. He parlayed it into a solid NFL career.
And he with my Raiders right now showing up. He with my Raiders right now showing up. Third. It was third. It was third round. Yeah, it was third.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, he definitely took. He was talented enough to parlay that into an NFL career. So I give him.
But he was a good player. He was solid. He was a good player though. He was. Like I said, you talking elite. I'm talking
about the defense he played in too. He played with turkey tits. He did play on the turkey tits.
You stupid, bro.
He did play on the turkey tits. Just imagine him in this type of defense.
This boy got me choking.
You feel what I'm saying?
I gotta drink my water
in this defense.
Yeah. What you predicted the score tomorrow, man?
Second round pick. He was a second round. He went second round, 4th pick.
And he was originally to the Chargers, right?
Yeah, second round pick.
What you got the score? What's the score prediction for tomorrow?
Man, I predicted on our show, man. I said it's gonna either be a 38-31 game or a 31-34 type deal. I think I think they'll come on late, and make it interesting, and we make a stop on defense again. You know what I'm saying? But we can also blow them out. We've seen what we can run away from the athlete standpoint. And the way those two freshmen are playing at safety, I'm not really kind of concerned with the passing game because those guys, what makes them different than the other guys, they're very intelligent back there. I don't think we've had that. We haven't had that since Jaquan Johnson, as far as from an IQ standpoint from safety.
Yeah, him and Red Wine. Yeah, but no
Red Wine. You know what I'm saying? Those two guys that were so cerebral. So I'm very confident with those two guys and Tyreek Stevens if he's at least 90% healthy. But I either say I'll go with 31-38 Miami.
31-38 Miami. What you got, Frank?
I think if TVD can get into his own and those receivers catch the ball and he spreads the ball, I think we can go 40. I think we can put 40 up because their defense can be scored on. As 3 of the 6 games they've given up a lot of points. I don't think we're going to stop them on defense. I still think we got issues because of the scheme, because of how things go. I do feel better about tackling in the secondary because you got the young guns in there. They're tackling. They're making plays. So I'm going to go 41-42 to 31. I think they can pull it out. I don't believe in Manny. I don't trust Manny, but I'm going off of the talent and off of the renewed confidence that we're seeing from the young guns. I think they can pull it off. I'm going to go 42-31.
Pull up AOA Rant. Pull him up real quick. The last comment. He said, "You keep blowing all this hot air for Manny, you better go to that game and keep them boys warm." Okay, let me put this out here, man.
We ain't on the Manny train, bro. This is different show. We are not on the Manny train over here.
I've been telling D on my groove. I put D on y'all. Like I say, bro, I put them on how y'all be doing. Go ahead with it. I know.
Bro, let me come on. Let me clear the air. Okay. Mm-hmm. People think I'm just a Manny guy. I'm for coaches getting the correct amount of time to build a program. You can't keep blowing up the program every 3 years, every 2.5 years. You know what I'm saying? Changing coaches because it restarts your program. Because the next year we can't expect the coach to come in and win 12 games. We can't expect them to come in and do that. You feel what I'm saying?
So no, hold on. I'm gonna challenge you on that. So you don't think that with Manny being fired this year, if they brought a coach in with the talent that we have, you don't think that a decent coach come?
Who?
I would say Hugh. I like Hugh Freeze. That's who I want. I would say Hugh Freeze.
If they got rid of Manny, I would want Lane Kiffin.
Okay.
That Mario crap. I don't.
Okay. We agree with you. We said Lane. So you don't think that Lane can come in with the talent that we got right now, Groove, and he can do something with the talent that we have with those young guys? You don't think that he'll have?
I don't know what he'll bring in as far as the defensive staff, because his defenses haven't been all that. I love him as the offensive play caller, and I think he fits the mold and what Miami's about. I think he will embrace it, and he's great with recruiting quarterbacks. What are you doing with Carroll? Nobody was talking about that kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Lane has a history of developing quarterbacks.
What up?
But my issue with him is, you feel what I'm saying? Can he bring in an adequate staff defensively to do what we need to do? You feel what I'm saying? People keep saying 6 years. How, bro? He wasn't the head man. He's only been the head coach for 3 years. You can't put.
But we can call it for the defense.
Yeah.
But the defense wasn't bad under Manny. This year has been.
I would say he had better than average players. He had good talent on his defense. Like he was. No, Manny didn't. Hold on.
Manny's better defenses were Rick's guys. And once Manny's guys started to come in,
so who recruited those? Who was the defensive coordinator? You can't say it's Rick players. We can't say they were Rick guys. He recruited them. Who recruited Russo?
Yeah, who convinced
Russo?
I'm talking about the defensive guys, though.
That's what I'm saying.
If you go back 2016 when he started, 2017 when the defense was putting up numbers, nationally ranked, when they were doing what they were doing, he came here with that. He inherited that. And then as they started flushing out, then you saw the defense started regressing.
When did the defense regress? Last year, right? You feel like the defense regressed last year, right? Because Baker first year, the defense was good.
2019, they were solid. I'll give you that. They were solid. The offense
wasn't doing anything.
Right.
Last year was when we saw a drop off.
But come on.
That's what I'm saying. But he wasn't running it. Baker was running it.
Nah.
Well, Baker was you. So you really think that Baker was running the defense on Groove?
Title, but come on, man.
They have the same. Come on, Groove. They have the same concept, but he was not as aggressive as Manny. We seen that. Manny didn't run that much zone.
So
he did, Groove.
Let me ask you a question.
Groove,
I might ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
If Manny is so good of a defensive coordinator, why is it he's giving up 30 points versus all Power 5 teams this year?
I mean, look at the injuries, bro. You got this is the thing we can't do. We can't tell them to play freshmen. Then when we play freshmen, we're gonna give up because the freshmen haven't been playing perfect. Because that game against UNC, we did see the boy Big Williams doing a lot of that shoulder bumping. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Missing a lot of tackles.
Right.
We're playing a lot of young guys, and we also got to take in effect that we playing with a lot of injured players, bro. We got a lot of we've had a lot of injured key guys. We didn't even know Bo was been hurt since the second game.
But that's on Manny, don't you think? Because if your player gets hurt, we talked about this last Monday night. I don't know if you saw or whatever. The same thing with King. If you have a player that gets hurt, just like in the Michigan State game, King went to the locker room. Something was wrong. He comes out. He continues to play that entire game. Bubba gets hurt. Manny said this. So he's been hurt. He's been playing hurt. You as a head coach know your team, your medical team that told you this guy's got a shoulder issue. You may or may not, you got to evaluate this. You keep playing him. Why do you keep playing him if you know he has a shoulder issue?
But this is
or whatever injury.
But this is the thing. We have to keep in context. These guys are trying to go to the next level. We don't know what these guys are saying. Hey, coach, I'm good. But then to get to a point where you're not good. I'll show you a scar. I had my senior year in school, I had to get rotator cuff surgery, right? Rotator cuff surgery. Okay. I popped my shoulder out of place at least 20 times my whole career playing high school ball. Before I can play in the All-Star game, they said, TJ, you got to have surgery. I had 100 stitches. They had to repair muscles out of my back. The coaches would say, no, I'm good, coach. I'm good. Knowing I'm in excruciating pain. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Those players want to play because at the end of the day, they're trying to get to the next level and they don't want to let the team down. So we have to take that into effect. It's not just, my coach. Now, it's a lot of everybody's hurt in college football at this point in the season. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we can't say why are we playing them because you don't want to put too much pressure on freshmen because we don't know what all coverages they know. You see what I'm saying?
But you see, Groove, that's where I got to disagree because if you know the player's hurt, the good coaches and the reputable coaches are not going to knowingly play a hurt player because there's a liability there. I get it. How?
That's not true because Nick Saban has played many hurt players and he's and been game time this season. Tua was hurt. And they still played him. He had a bad ankle. He still was playing. No, he wasn't. It cost him.
Wait. What injury did Tua have? Because I just remember the hip injury.
We had the ankle injury. He had the ankle injury. Then he messed his hip up.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, I remember the hip injury.
He had an ankle injury first.
Okay.
And he was limping.
Okay.
And then he ended up messing the ankle up because he ended up messing
and did he have to have surgery on that ankle, if I recall?
Yes, he had surgery on the ankle.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So these guys are playing. These are your best players. You see what I'm saying?
Why do you have backups then, Groove? I mean, they're not there. That. I mean, they have to play. I mean, next man up, right?
Well, okay. This is the thing. Like, at that level, these guys years to get drafted. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? You doing that player, and it looks bad on you in the future if you just put your guy to the wayside. You feel what I'm saying? Because if you look at, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm not. You can't just put the guy to the wayside because at the end of the day, you want this guy to be successful, and that's a recruiting pitch to you. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? You can lose guys by you just throwing them. They make a mistake or something like that. Boom, You know, now if it keep going, you got to take him out. Like Gervin Hall, he deserved to be demoted because his play hasn't been up to par to his talent. You see what I'm saying? Right. But guys like Boba, you can tell, like, dang, something ain't right. Maybe he should have set him down a game or two earlier. Yes, but I can't fault him for playing the guy that have given you so much in your program. That's just
but
like
he's only been there 2 years though.
No, he's been there 3 years, 3 or 4 years actually.
No, he transferred from
USC.
Yeah, he been there 3 years. Remember the first year he got hurt against Florida State when he was celebrating.
Yep.
Well, he came to his first. That was his first year.
1 year. He played. That was his first year.
He played all last year. The first year he got in, he made an interception, and on the celebration he jumped and he messed up his ankle. Yeah.
So this is his third year.
This is his third year.
Yeah, it is. Because this is a COVID. This is the COVID year for all of the seniors.
Exactly.
Extra eligibility.
And he's a junior, so he could have came back. He could come back. He could have came back next year, but I think he going to the draft.
So my question is, so what you're saying is, even though guys are not performing, just because it's a recruiting pitch, that they still should be given.
I'm saying it to a point. What I'm saying is, I don't believe with just throwing your guys that have been putting blood, sweat, and tears into the program that has been, you know what I'm saying?
But this is football, Groove. If you're not performing, you got to get off the field, bro. You got to get off.
But what I'm saying is, Bubba has made plays for us.
He's made plays, but he hasn't. But it's a what have you done for me type of business, though, right? Yeah. I mean, you got to come to perform week in and week out, though, Groove, right?
I get
right, Groove. Come on now, you're a football player now. You're a football player, Groove. You know we are.
I think one of the things also, because I see where Groove is going, and basically he's made plays, but let's not forget he's also been the leader on defense.
Exactly.
And I think that goes into why you put so much stock into wanting to play him. But on the flip side, his play has regressed. Now, if it regressed because of the shoulder injury, okay, now you got something there, because everybody thought he was just falling off.
Nah, you can just tell by how he was favoring his shoulder on certain things. Like me, I wouldn't stiff arm if I was going up the left side because it was my right shoulder. I wouldn't use a stiff arm because I know if I do that, I may pop this mug out again. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But if I go to the right side, I can stiff arm, I can use my forearm, all that type stuff, because that was my good shoulder.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you can tell, and think about this, he's a defensive guy. You feel what I'm saying? So he
no, we ain't 72 new creatures. we talking to Groove. I mean, everybody got an opinion. We let everybody have their opinion, man, and we gonna challenge everybody, man.
Yeah, bro.
That's
why, like I said, I love watching Storm Warner, because Groove be having them people on fire, though. That's why I love that. I love y'all challenge.
But a lot of them, no shot at them guys, but a lot of those guys don't understand football, man. You know, there's no shot to them. You feel what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, bro, you just can't play. You can't say play all freshmen, then get mad when your team lose. Because they're going to make mistakes. Because they want to play. People want LT to start. What has he done to start over Harrison Hunt and Nestor? You got to prove.
Tell me why is Ford still getting burned? And Ford done been there almost 5 to 6 years. That's one of those cases where
Forbes do what he's supposed to do, has been a space eater.
A space eater.
He's so
you don't feel like that. You don't feel like that. So you think that Ford has been performing since he's been at the University of Miami? You don't feel like that there's other guys?
I think he's been a good player for what he's for. You see what I'm saying? Everybody can't be superstars. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody not.
But if you got superstars behind him, like Hunt, like Miller, like Nestor, I just feel like you got to get those guys.
I don't think Ford started last week, did he? Ford didn't start. It was Hunt and Nestor.
He still got a lot of snaps. I think he still gets snaps that he should get. That's just me.
I think he's pretty solid against the run, man.
I see Elijah Roberts doing good things when he come in, and I don't even see him as much. That's Elijah Roberts, 99.
Okay, yeah. He needs to play a little bit more. I think he needs to play at defensive end. Me personally, I would put him at end.
I like him at end too. I do. I like Roberts at end.
And me personally, at the first of the season, people was calling me crazy. I wanted to see LT at defensive end against Alabama. There's a bigger body that wasn't be able to get pushed around. I would have gave him
Great point. Okay, so what's your thoughts on Zach McCloud at defensive end? I like 33 and 12 at the end. I don't think that 33 get enough burn. So what about somebody like Zach when you're saying he's been there long? You don't think that you can just pull the trigger on somebody like Zach that's, to me, clearly playing out of position. He's not a defensive end to me, but you got 33 and you got 12 playing good, but you don't play 33 as much. So do you stick with somebody like McCloud over a Chance Williams or 33?
No, I agree. I think at this point I would like to see 33 start. But if you really pay attention to the game, they get more reps than 53. If you go back and look at the snap counts,
they just started getting them. Getting them.
Because they've proven themselves that they need to get those more reps. You know what I'm saying? So, but I agree with you on that. I think Chance Williams needs to be on the field a lot more. You feel what I'm saying? I really do. I'm not opposed to that.
Real quick, D, if you could bring back Kane City's comment, because I wanted to touch on that a while back.
No, when they're or the one before?
Leonard Taylor.
Okay.
A lot of people did say he should start.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people may have said it. That was hype, but I think what people fail to understand is that you have the 4-game rule with the red shirt. So you could have played him up to 4 games and let him catch his eligibility. The problem at the time was he wasn't playing in any games, and he was too good and too high of a hot commodity coming out of high school. I'm down here in Louisiana. Mason Smith, we were trying to get him. Yeah. Okay. Mason Smith chose LSU. Mason Smith is becoming a dog. Like, he's a defensive leader. Like, he is making headlines every week as a true freshman. Now they're going to roll with him, obviously, because that's what they wanted to do. So the Leonard Taylor thing, I think people just got upset because Leonard Taylor was too good to get no snaps. It was the idea of, look, this is why kids go into the portal. Because in this day and age now, and I love the portal, but then I hate it too. Yeah. Because the entitlement comes into play. You know, entitlement, we're all older cats. Mm-hmm. We know you earn your burn.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. The entitlement this day and age, the transfer portal leads to that. See, like you got Jaron that hit the portal again, like Tate Martell. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you don't give me what I want, I'm out of here. You see? Yeah. So I think people were just scared that, okay, Leonard is that good that if he goes into the portal, somebody's going to pick him up. So he needs to get snaps. He's too good to not get any. So I think that's where the Leonard Taylor stuff was.
Yeah, but like I said, if you don't know what to do, you can't really put him out there. And he said himself, I ain't know a lot of the plays. You know what I'm saying? So once you get what Shoop said earlier this week, experience beat talent until talent gets experience.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So now we're seeing Leonard Taylor getting more and more burn because he's got that experience. He's comfortable with certain play calls. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your coach to be able to have to dumb down your defense or your offense because of a certain player.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You got to still be able to perform at a high level.
Now I'm with Don Snaps on this. Like, or is it if you don't give me what you promised me? And that goes back to what you said, Groove. Like, I think it's a bad sales pitch when you go into people's house telling them, when you come here, you shouldn't make promises. It should be the best player that's going to play if you come to the University of Miami. That was the standard back then. They was putting the best players on the field. I just think now, Manny's kind of coddling some of these kids or recruits when they get here because of things that he promised them when he's tried to sell them on the recruiting trail. You don't think so?
I'm not one. I don't know what he said, so I can't really give an accurate opinion on that because at the end of the day, I'm pretty sure he said something like that. If you put the work in, you're gonna play type deal.
But all coaches say that. That's my point. I don't think that's exclusively a Manny thing. I think that's just a
all
college
coaches say
thing.
that. If you do what you're supposed to do, you'll get on the field. And a lot of these guys get in there and don't put the necessary work in. They think they're just gonna be able to come in and do what they do in high school, and it usually don't happen like that on the defensive line.
Right.
Not in the trenches. It rarely happens like that. You know what I'm saying? It rarely happens. It rarely happens from a defensive tackle standpoint that you just dominant from day one. That's very rare. You know what I'm saying? But how does that look? Because you got to think about this. Leonard Taylor gonna be a senior or a junior. And who's to say this next number 1, the number 2 D tackle coming out of high school coming out, or you gonna just give him reps because of his ranking? You got to earn that.
If he's productive, then he's got to
you got to
earn
give him
it. But
snaps. He got to get snaps though. You got to get snaps.
But who was he gonna take reps from at that time?
Who we're talking about? So let me ask you this: Why do you think that Why do you think that Manny is playing the younger guys now? You think what's the reason behind that?
Because I think they've it's more season. That means more learning. I think they're picking up on I just said talent beats experience when talent gets experience. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gaining the experience, far as from just being in the program and learning the defense from practice day to day, picking it up and learning. Because he wasn't here in the summer. You see what I'm saying? He wasn't here in the spring.
You don't think it's because Manny's fearing his job is going to be lost down there? He's realizing that he got dogs behind.
I don't think that's the case, because at the end of the day, you still going to get freshman mistakes. You feel what I'm saying?
You're still going to get freshman mistakes, but I just think that these guys that he's playing now are a lot more talented than some of these guys that he had prior. Before them. Chance Williams over Zach McLeod.
I'll give you that false talent. I'll give you that.
Leonard Taylor over John Ford.
John Ford is not the starter.
John Ford, he was. But I'm saying he was the starter at the. Okay, but he was the beginning he was the start at the beginning of the season. John Ford was. Now he's not. Those younger guys have replaced him.
Who he replaced? You still got the same you still got the same rotation.
They're getting more snaps, is what I'm saying.
They're getting more snaps because he far back. We know why, because Tay was the starter. Tay was the starter on the back end. That was already noted. Tay was going to start over Gervin, but the situation happened.
Right.
So we can't say that it was a older guy type deal, because that position was took. I didn't expect nobody to take Bubba. You know what I'm saying? Bubba rep.
You didn't expect nobody to take Bubba?
No. He's a highlight. We got to give Bubba his props. He's a hell of a talent. When he get to the league, he's going to be a pretty good safety.
I can't say that, man. I mean, I don't even know. So what round Bubba goes? What round do you think Bubba gets drafted in? Because I don't think he's a first round talent. I haven't seen enough.
I don't think this season, since the injury, I think he probably go 3rd or 4th. He'll go 3rd.
Yeah, I just haven't seen enough out of Bubba. I'm not one of them guys that's ever been sold on Bubba. You, Frank?
Bubba is a great leader. Bubba plays hard. That way he played hard. You know, like, remember the game? I think that was last year where he had the bloody nose and all that. He was getting hard. Yeah. Bubba he has the leadership aspect. But Bubba was solid last year. But I just think Bubba, like I said, I don't know. It could be the shoulder. It's hard for me to really say, now that it's coming out that he had an injury, it's hard for me to say that the regression that we saw in his gameplay is because of him. It has to be, I ain't gonna say it has to be, but a big possibility of it is the shoulder hampered him this season. Because last year, Bubba was solid.
Yeah.
And if Bubba would have played at the same level this year as he did last year, then his stock would have elevated. But I'm beginning to think, now that it's coming out that his shoulder's hurt, that explains, because he's favoring it. He's trying, like he's already in pain, and he's trying not to do more. He probably knew his shoulder was messed up. He's got his NFL stuff on the line in the back of his head, his draft stock. He's trying to win. He's trying to play solid, but he's also trying to protect himself.
Yeah.
You can't play football effectively when you got all this stuff going on.
That's true.
So, to answer your question, D, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna go ahead on and flip a coin on this one. I think it was the shoulder. I think the injury, really hampered it. But as Kane put that one back up with Kane, he has Kane City Cartel with he's injury prone. He's got too much tape quitting on plays. He has been injured a lot.
But at that level, man, everybody's injured, man. It's what I'm saying. So I don't really think that is it. When you got guys that has been drafted that has they had 2 ACL tears and defensive guys that has, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the guy, Miles Jack? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was injury prone at UCLA. So I don't think that's really gonna hinder him far as his draft. I mean, think about it, but I think he's still gonna go like third or fourth round.
I'll give you a perfect example. Brevin Jordan is not a 5th round talent. Brevin Jordan is a 1st or a 2nd round talent. But Brevin slipped because why? His injuries. Because when Brevin played, Brevin was a dog. And Brevin was an X factor.
Yeah, he was.
So, yeah, that injury thing. Listen, everybody can't be a Willis McGahee. You ain't gonna blow your knee out and
or
still
Frank
have the or Frank Gore. You know what I'm saying? You know, so yeah, the injury part of it will come into play. And I think in Bubba's case, I don't think Bubba had that solid impact on the defensive side like Brevin had. It's limited because he missed a lot of games. But look at the impact that he made when he was in the game. That was Nikosi's go-to his freshman year.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, that was the guy that he established chemistry. Like all you saw was vertical plays down the field.
Yep, I agree.
You see? So yeah, the injury part of it definitely will mess
it matters. It matters. I'm saying that sometimes it's not an end-all be-all. Because they still, you see what I'm saying? They still have drafted players with injury-prone history.
Right. I mean, Tua is a clear-cut case.
Example. He went number 1.
You know, went number 1, and you didn't even know how he was going to come off of that hip injury.
Exactly. And just another ankle, you know what I'm saying, ankle surgery, major ankle surgery and stuff like that.
Right.
So, you know, hey, man, I just want the boys to win, man. And like I wanted to say, bro, I am not just a Manny apologist, whatever those people like to say.
You sound like a Drew. You sound like a Drew.
If the guy that all these people keep clamoring about, Mario Cristobal, was the coach, I would be the same way if they talking about this, trying to get his head, because you know the fans are gonna do it. If he ain't winning national championship in his first year, get rid of him. You feel what I'm saying?
Real talk. I don't want Mario, bro. I don't want Mario. I
don't think he's the guy. I think he's all hype. He does more. He does less with more. He had, you know what I'm saying? He won the conference in 2. He was 3-3. He got in the conference championship game by default.
The reason why I'm not high on, now don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna say if Mario came, I wouldn't be optimistic, because you have to be, because he has a good track record. But I'm not high on him because everybody's looking at what he did, winning a few conference championships. Everybody really got high on the Mario train after the Ohio State game a few weeks ago. But this is what people fail to realize: you lost to Stanford, you lost to Arizona in years past. You've lost to some teams that you shouldn't have lost to. So you struggle with Fresno State right before you beat Ohio State. So no, I'm not high on Mario as my top choice. My top choice is Billy Napier out of Louisiana Lafayette. That's my top guy. Reason being that Devin loves Hugh Freeze.
What you like about Hugh Freeze? What you like about Bill, and then what you like about Hugh Freeze?
You want to go Devin?
Yeah, you go, because I heard somebody say his name before. What you like about Bill?
Go ahead. Oh, me? I like Billy.
Go ahead.
Okay. I like Billy because, first thing, he came from the Saban. He coached under Nick Saban. Now, I know what people are going to say. You had Dan Enos, you had other ones that did it, and, Jeremy Pruitt and stuff like that, and they failed. I get that. But since he's been at Louisiana Lafayette, they've been consistent. See, for me, I don't just look like a Mike Norvell 1 year in Memphis or whatever. Justin Fuente, when he was, I think he may have been at Memphis as well. They got hired off of good seasons. We did it with Al Golden. Al Golden has a losing record when we hired him out of Temple. Al Golden was hired off the basis of a 93 season at Temple. So I don't believe in hiring guys off of one season. But what I'm looking at with Napier is Napier consistently has won at University of Louisiana. Now, I know he may not have the top-notch 4- and 5-star guys, but if he can do more with less, and he can win conference championships, and he can win 9-10 games a year at that level with what he has, I'm looking at bring those same attributes to Miami, where you got weapons, where you got studs. Listen, my cousin, the wide receiver, Kyron Lacey was a Miami target. Kyron picked UL over Miami.
Oh.
So yeah, because I was begging my cousin, I was begging his daddy, I'm like, Kenny, if he come down there, I know I'm being biased, but if he come down there, I know what he can do. I saw what he did out of high school. I thought he was going to come. Kyron went right there to Louisiana Lafayette, and he's doing pretty well. He had a good freshman year, and right now he's in his second year. He's doing well. So Auburn wanted him. He told Auburn no. So Napier's offense is pretty good. They can put points on the board. Now, what I do believe with whoever the new coach will be, if we get one, I think they're going to really have to evaluate the defensive staff, because instead of just cleaning house and bringing in your own people, you need to look at what you already got and what's worked for you. You look, like I said, Jess Simpson, that's my dude on the D-line. I would keep him. DVD and T-Rob with the secondary, I would keep him. T-Rob is proven.
Because they haven't been fairly evaluated, man, with this.
Right. You have to get a new linebacker coach because Patke is not in.
Yeah.
Patke's got to go. So, and then another thing you got to keep in mind, and this is what a lot of people they're going to tend to not think about. The new coach, some of his players that love him from whatever university, the coach is going to come in just like he's going to look at the coaching staff. He's going to evaluate the roster.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen is, don't think certain coaches, if he come here, don't think they ain't gonna make a phone call back to where they came from. Who's gonna want to play for a new coach? Like right now, what's about to happen at LSU? You don't know who LSU is gonna get.
Yep.
So at the end, and Coach Ish, good point, Kansas City. So if you get another coach, you're gonna bring in some of those players. Some of those guys are gonna come through the portal to follow their coach. So case point, we're thin at linebacker, right? So if you can get a coach in here, and let's say he has a couple of good, solid linebackers in the unit, he's going to look at what he has. He's going to make a phone call. Obviously, he ain't going to publicize it, but some kind of way he going to get to him. Somebody, he going to call the girlfriend and say, hey, man, look, next time y'all go out, tell your man, look, hey, come over here. You know, something like that.
Yeah.
And he's going to bring in players as well through the transfer portal. Yep. So if I'm whoever the new coach will be, they're going to evaluate what they got. Just like what you said with Lane. If Lane were to come to Miami, Lane, instant upgrade on offense. Offense would be set. Lane's best interest would be keep Jess Simpson, keep what you got in the secondary, find you somebody that can coach linebackers, and get you a defensive coordinator.
I would, if that's the case, if Manny was terminated, put back in the job market, I would, if Lane was the guy, and if he did get, you know what I'm saying, I would want Lane. Why not Shoot?
I'm not against Shoot. I'm not against Shoot because Shoot was up for Assistant of the Year at Mississippi State. I'm not against that. The problem is he's tied to Manny. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going to hold that against him, but he's going to have to really show us something to try to win us over because Manny brought him in. And that's the thing. When you're a Manny guy and you're not proven as proven at Miami, I should say.
I'm about to say, but Shoot was a monster.
He was at Mississippi State.
And he was at, I think, either Michigan.
He did. He came from Michigan. He came from Michigan. Liberty City. Mel's going to LSU. LSU's going to make a play for Mel because Scott Woodward said he wants a minority. Like minority is one of the biggest factors. Yeah. So the top three for LSU is going to be Mel, James Franklin, and then they're going to, Lane and all of the other ones. So, but I think you can do better than Bob Shoot. Just me as a defensive coordinator.
Who would you get at DC though?
Why not Corey Raymond? Because right now at LSU, you're going to have a whole new – you don't know what you're going to have.
But has he caught defense before?
No, but he's worked under Dave Aranda, who has.
I agree.
And Dave Aranda has some good defenses at LSU.
I agree, but are we going to do a first-year DC?
I mean, not every established DC was a established DC. They all had to come from somewhere.
I got you.
You got to look at
I feel what you're saying, bro. I definitely feel what you're saying. I definitely
look at where these guys come from and what they coached and who they coached.
I got you. Kind of like T-Rob.
Exactly. T-Rob was a DC.
I just don't like that 3-4. We just don't need no 3-4.
We need a 4-3.
Yeah.
You
can't run 4-3 no more. You can't run 4-3 in college football no more. You can't have 3 linebackers on the field. You can't have 3 linebackers on the field against the spread. You're gonna get torched.
I hate how the game has changed.
You feel me?
I hate how the game has changed.
You feel what I'm saying? You gotta get torched with 3 linebackers.
Yeah. I feel you. I just hate how the game has changed.
So Hugh Freeze. Mr.
Here you go, D.
I'm gonna be quick because I gotta get. Hey, listen. Hey, Groove. That's one of the reasons why I like him. He's a renegade. Hey, Groove. That's one of the reasons.
Man, Hugh Freeze get the job, boy. The NCAA gonna be on campus the next day.
But Groove, if y'all want Kiffman, hey, y'all might go the same route with Kiffman. And sooner or later, Kiffman gonna explode the same way. He'll do the same thing that Hugh Freeze is doing. Everybody talk about Kiffman.
But I'm gonna throw a name out there, bro, and I gotta get out of here. I would if I would go a route with a up and coming coach that has been consistent, I would go with Bill Clark at UAB. That's why I played football at.
Okay.
Where he took that program to where it was.
Mm-hmm.
We won 3 10 win seasons consistently. The program got shut down and came back the next year, won 9 games, and then won 2 conference championships. Like you know what I'm saying? He's turned down, you know what I'm saying, good job to stay at UAB.
He's waiting on the right one, must be.
You know what I'm saying? And he's coached under some pretty good coaches. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I would look, if you haven't really paid attention, go pay attention to Bill Clark, man, and what he's building, what he's done at UAB. Because look, we played them last year, and they were pretty solid. And he's recruiting at a high level for our institution. We've got a lot of, you know what I'm saying, guys that would go to Alabama that has went to UAB.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Running backs. Got 2 running backs he put in the league. You feel what I'm saying? So he's a really good coach. In
other words, your UAB starters would be Alabama depth players.
Yeah. I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying? They'll be, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Alabama was recruiting them hard.
Right.
And they got a couple of transfers from like LSU and schools like that. So JUCO guys. So, but yeah, man. Hey, man, I appreciate you guys for getting me on, dog. I got to get back on it, man. I enjoyed this convo, dog. Y'all
definitely, man. Hey, look,
man, we in the same city, D. So we got to go get some drinks or something, dog.
I was just about to say that, bro. You on the east side, I'm on the west side, bro. I'm gonna shoot you my number. I'm gonna email you after we get off of here, and we'll definitely get together, bro, for sure.
Where you watching the game at?
Tomorrow here at the house. I don't go nowhere, man. COVID, man. You know, I sit at the crib, man, with that COVID.
All right,
you know what I'm saying? We definitely get together though, man.
Yes, sir. Send me your info, big dog. Hey, man, I appreciate you guys, man, for getting me on.
No doubt.
Hold on real quick, man. Utah family, man. Give it up, man, for our guy, man. Big Groove, man. Stormwater was in the house, man. Groove, man. We appreciate it, big dog. Thanks for coming on, bro.
Like I said,
right,
man,
I'm a fan.
I'm a fan, bro. Because when I be watching them, I be getting kicks out of how Groove be having that chat on fire. Like, Groove literally is turning into one of the most hated YouTubers, bro. But hey, man, you know you doing your thing. Like when I look at Groove, I'm thinking of Tariq on Power. Like, bro, like they just want to do him, dog.
Hey, Groove, man, we appreciate it, man. Thank you, brother.
It's all love, man. I still love everybody, man. Yes, sir.
I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna send you my info after I hang up over here, bro.
Yes, sir. All right, fellas.
All right. Be cool.
Big Groove, y'all. Man, what a show. I enjoyed it, man.
Awesome show.
I enjoyed it, man. Thank you, man. Utah family want to say thank you, man. Groove, man, for Stormwater coming on. Been supposed to have to brought him on, man. I just been running around, man, and we finally got to catch up tonight. I'm gonna get with it, man, and go have some drink because I want to talk some more junk to him, man. Groove had me sitting up in my chair a couple of times, man, talking about Denzel Pyramid was a leak, man. I don't know what's up with Groove on that.
Hey, I'm coming to the
like
A.
Pyramid.
I'm coming to the A. I don't know when. But when I get to the A,
we're going to all get together.
We're going to have a triple threat because, hey, bro, I'm going to pick Groove brain, bro. Because like I said, bro, Groove be on some stuff. But hey, I love his takes, man. I just love the way he gives it. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to chat before we get out of here, man.
Appreciate you, Kansas City.
Man.
Thank
you already know Josh Ayers, the brother, man. Brother J Blaze, JD, Jamal Davis, what's up? Salute, man. Lewis Marbury. Thank you, brother, man. Latrell Stoudemire, the Queen of Utah, Hun, April Clark Ransford. Shout out to my boy Corey, Liberty City boy. 305 Brian McKenzie. B Mike. It's in the building tonight, man. Shout out to Sigmund, man. Shout out to Eric Myrick. Shout out to Mo. Shout out to D. Who I'm missing, Frank? Shout out if I miss him, man. 72 new creature, man. What it do? What's going on, man? Thank you to all of you guys, man. All of man, Mel Bratton, what it do? Hey, man, shout out to my big bro, Eric Brown, Miami, Florida, man. Like I say, we ain't going to stop until y'all put that number 32 up in the building, man. The Watso Center put his number up. Eric Brown, second all-time leading scorer down there in Miami. Basketball, man. Put my brother number up in the Raptors, man. It deserved to be up, man. Shout out to my big bro, Eric Brown, man. Larry Frank, get some departing word before we get out of here, big dog.
Yeah, man, I couldn't have said it no better than D, man. Shout out to each and every one of y'all in the chat, the phone calls, the video chat we just had, man. We groove, man. Hey, man, this is why we do what we do. What's up, Byron? Appreciate you, man. This is why we do what we do. And like I say, man, hey, show love to Storm Warning, man. Because like I say, that's an entertaining channel right there, man. They be doing it too, man. So
that's all I got.
Just thanking y'all, man. Just thanking y'all for being here. And hey, man, tomorrow, high noon, I believe, it's game time. We're going to see what happens.
That's what's up. No post-game show, man. We just going, 2 days a week. Like I told you guys, Monday, we'll be back at 8 o'clock. Want to say thank you to my brother, Cuban Kane, Ricky Dunn. Man, I don't like to miss nobody. I think
Chris Malone.
Chris Malone, brother. Samuel Kennedy. Robert Whitehead, man. Thank all of you. We love you guys. You talk, man. The support. Appreciate everything. Canes tomorrow at 12:30. I think it's on is it the ACC network or ESPN?
I have no idea.
I think it's the ACC network tomorrow, y'all.
Probably is.
I think it's the ACC network. So everybody have a safe weekend. We're going to be rooting our Canes on tomorrow. Everybody stay safe. Monday, Jeffrey O'Neal. That's right. Jeffrey O'Neal. Shout out to J.O. I'm sorry. Y'all help me out.
Josh Ayers and Latrella.
Josh Ayers, Latrella. I think I said them, but if I did, both of them,
I had to put them together.
Put them together. Both of them nuts, man. Y'all know how we start every show, and y'all know how we end every show. It ain't no us on the People's Show. Without you, baby. And we out. Good night, everybody.
It's you talk, baby.
And shouts out to the cat. He's still hanging, too. Keep hanging, cat.
He's still hanging.
Don't let go yet.
It's you talk, baby. It's you talk, baby.